You won't know what hit you.
Let me have some fun.
Let's get this mission started. This will be a good fight. Got you in my sights. Neutralized. Predictable. Time to end this. Fire. Double. Seven. I'm just on another level.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sets here on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters on a Monday night. Well, it's not really night. It's scorching hot here in the UK, so we'll kind of call it the day. It's in the evening time, but it's in the day. But yes, you know how it is. We're going to get two lovely people, two gamers, playing some Street Fighter 5, exchanging some blows in the first to 10, as well as talk some trash, get some opinions, have some general street fighting banter with them. And of course, I'll be your host once again for tonight, Jammerz. And alongside me, I don't think they've kind of got the weather similar to the UK, but it looks like they're going to be having a good time. But I'm going to be joined by my co-hosts once again for another great episode, Veggey and Olvaha. There we are in the building. Olvaha, talk to me. What are you doing? You looking for something? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the minutes I was promised for tonight, but I'm sure they will be coming very shortly.
For sure. Veggey, talk to me. How you feeling? You look laid back.
I'm feeling like I would want to get your weather to me right now. Maybe not as hot, but I want this weather. I need your heat. Give me your heat.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, it's about, I think it's 37 to 38 degrees Celsius in the UK, so it's scorching hot. If you walk outside, your forehead's going to basically cave in and want to go back inside or in a cool area. So it's pretty hot here. I had to walk in that heat for a good 20 minutes, so that was fun. But yeah, I'm here in a cool area right now. We're coming to talk some Street Fighter, have some good time, good vibes, as the people call it these days, with the boys. But yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to be looking forward to tonight as well. But first off, before we get on that, because we're going to talk about it in just a second, Richard, give them the run of show. Let's let the people know. Yeah, the times have changed, and I'm going to keep shoving it down your throats until you get it. This is the general talk right now. It's happening at 8:15 UK time and 12:15 p.m. Pacific time, or Californian time as well. We're going to have our guests, which they are waiting in the green room right now, and they are some lively people indeed. We're going to have them in about 12 to 13 minutes coming to join us, talk about some Street Fighter and everything revolving around the franchise. And then after that, this is when the main event will happen. We're going to have the first to 10 at 9 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. Pacific time. So if you don't want to sit around for the preamble, but this time I'm actually imploring you that you do stick around. I'm actually imploring you do stick around, please, because we've got some lovely guests on here and you might want to hear their opinions on certain things regarding the game. But yes, Richard, roll onto the fight card and announce, if people didn't roam the streets of the internet, these are the people we're going to be having on the show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having Rushdown come on the show. Finally, I've heard a lot about this man, and I want to know what he thinks about Street Fighter 5 amongst other things. But Rushdown is here to join us, and he's going to be joined by his lovely compadre, Hoji. And now we have to give thanks to Veggey, because this is another exhibition that Veggey has set up. Now, Hoji's got a very strong and formidable Cody. I haven't seen him as active this year as I have in the past, but maybe we can ask him about it. I like the picture. He did ask me. He said, can I submit this picture? I said, go for it. I said, I'm not the one who makes the judgment or the final call, but go for it. It looks cool. And I'll tell you what, Hoji might be listening to me in the background. The graphic designer, he loved it. He said, we need more people doing pictures like this. So yes, we love that picture.
Cold.
And we're going to be talking to them very shortly. So Veggey, since you did submit this exhibition for us, we'll set this up. How you feeling about tonight? Urian, Cody, I presume it'll be?
I'm wondering which version of Rushdown we'll get today. There's been Rushdown, version 1, version 2, version 3. I see in chat right now it's called version 2, so that might be Urian version 3. I don't know which character version 3 is. So I think that these guys are always hilarious when they're on Twitter or when they're streaming or when they're coming with opinions. And I know they say they're enemies, but I think they're really good friends. They play a lot of games together, so I think that the chemistry tonight will be lit. Is that a good word for it? It's gonna be lit, baby!
Okay.
It's nice and easy for the folks listening.
Well, yeah, I hope so. And Olvaha, what about you? You looking forward to tonight? EX Chariots? EX Zonks? I don't know. Someone's going to walk away unhappy.
Yeah.
It might be me.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm looking towards the bands and all that as well, because these people, they have a way with words in Twitter, for example, and I've been very entertained from the discourse that has been happening there.
You know what? I gotta give credit to people who have a way with words on social media, because I cannot do it. And the way you manage to garner that much attention and captivate certain people to follow your account and listen to your, well, not you specifically, but listen to your opinions. Kudos to you. My hat goes off to you. I'm not even wearing a hat, but my hat goes off to you because I can't do that, and I can't sleep at night if you do that as well. But
Same.
You know what? It's going to be interesting. Hoji versus Rushdown. Make sure you stick around for it because we are going to be talking to these guys very shortly. But you know what? They have a way with words, but I know who has a way with lovely gameplay. Richard, can you roll the CPT winner from last weekend, or this weekend just gone? We had another CPT qualifying spot. Ladies and gentlemen, it was Southeast Asia. If you missed the action over the weekend, the winner of this event was none other than SIN Brandon, one of my favorite Asian players to watch. Shouts to Brandon, love this guy. I think he's around the same age as me or just younger, but he's going to be going to the cup using that Luke, and he even said it. He said, look, I had to get the job done. I had to get the job done. And the thing is,
you gotta respect that.
I've wanted Brandon on this show for quite a while, but we were going to try and set him up to come on before the CPT, but he said, I want to focus on the CPT and then we'll sort out things afterwards. And look what happened. 100% committed to the CPT, and he qualifies for it. And that makes him the second Luke player in the finals. Now, this was what's interesting about the finals yesterday. Shouts to Lacuna C, because we had him on the show not too long ago. If it was going to be between Brandon and Lacuna C to qualify for the cup, it was basically going to be a double up, or it was going to be the first double up on a character, right? So we're either going to have two Lukes or we're going to have two Falks. Now, God bless whoever done this website, because they're still labeling Brandon as an Akuma player. He is no longer an Akuma player, because if
that's a lie.
If you saw his CFN, he clearly stated that there's no more Goki.
Oh, that was such a good name.
And that was absolutely sublime for a CFN name. You know, knock that one out of the park. 10 out of 10 or 11 out of 10, I'll give it the same. But yeah, these are the people that qualify for the cup right now. Samurai with the Luke, Four Phils with the Falcon, Mr. Crimson with the Dulcim, Just a Kid with the Jury, Momochi with the Cody, Dookie with the Dictator, and Brandon. Well, he's going to pick Akuma just for bants, but he is playing Luke to get the job done. And it doesn't stop there as well. If we can just slim over to the schedule, Richard, that'll be much appreciated. So I think there is a slight break on the Capcom Pro Tour online premieres, because EVO is coming up very soon. I think it's 2 weeks, just under 3 weeks. I could be wrong. My numbers are all over the place right now, but it's not too far, and that's going to be an automatic qualification spot. We'll talk about advertising that at the end of the show as well. But I mean, Veggey, another Luke in the finals. Are you surprised?
I mean, what surprised me, because I hadn't been paying attention, was that Brandon was on Luke. I know that after he lost in the CPT last year, he was playing a lot of Balrog, thinking that was the answer.
Oh, yes.
And that was a great answer, but I think when you go from Shoto to Luke, there's a lot of carryover. And when you're such a strong player as Brandon is, I think that was a really smart decision. It's a lot of the same things the same parts of the game plan are a lot similar, I think. So a lot of Shadows players I've seen go to Luke and be really strong with Luke quite fast. So that was just the perfect pick. And if there was one character that could beat S-tier Falk, it would be S-tier Luke. Oh yeah, I said it!
Because it was gonna be double Falk or double Luke.
Well,
anyway.
listen, like my personal opinion, we were going to get a double up at some point. It was just a matter of time as to who. Obviously, the number one suspect is Luke. I honestly don't think you were going to get a second Falk player, to be honest. If there was going to be a second Falk player, it was going to be Lacuna C. If I really had to pin it down, like the second Falk player would have been Lacuna C. After that, I don't think you would have seen a triple or a treble of Falks. I mean, there might be a rare case that might still be the case, but if anything, it could be Luke. You might see another Jury. You might see another Cody. You could see 3 Poisons by the end of the year. Who knows? It could be anything. And let's remember as well, because the World Warrior program plays a big deal in that. Now, Richard, do you have the other graphic regarding the World Warriors? Because obviously we like to cover the European ones. I'd love to cover all of them, but it does take a while to get that together. But I do follow the European ones. There we go. Well, I was not talking about that one, but he's going to just show me this anyway. I was talking about the results one. There it is. No, that's the wrong one. Richard, you're terrible. Okay. Right.
Ricardo!
My stream
Richard,
crew
no!
is very... he's all over the place tonight.
They're amazing. No. Your stream crew is amazing.
They are not. They're not. He's giving me the wrong image. I linked him the image to download and he just didn't download it. Anyway, that is the wrong image. There's still the World Warrior program happening. It will be running through now or from this day until the end of December, where they're going to have all the finals, the regional finals for the respective regions. Veggey, you still haven't had your first one yet, have you?
We have our first one this Sunday coming up. So
wait, this Sunday?
Yeah. The one that's coming up. Not this Sunday. We had whatever day ago, but not yesterday Sunday, but next Sunday. But yeah, so I'm really happy. There's 5 of them. I'm not, because right now I'm a little bit shaky, but I'm sure we'll come around to be really prepared for the 4 last ones. So that's really fortunate for me personally. So I don't know, Olvaha, are you entering that as well? Or?
I'm actually gonna be commentating that one.
Yo!
I'm gonna be sitting on
you know
the
what? No, I know
side,
he's doing this. This is a piece of commentating. It's like you don't enter the first one and you scout out the competition. You're just like, okay, that's how you play on the...
You got me figured out. You got me figured out.
But Jammerz, you just placed 3rd in a stack tournament, only being behind Problem X and ending
what's up
Walker.
with that?
No,
what's up with that, Mr. Commentator? What's up with that?
Mr. I don't play the game.
I'm
just a commentator. What happened?
No, because
Why are you 3rd?
no one respects me. They just look at my character and say, it's just doing the work.
Well, that's on them. The guys I'm pointing on right now.
I mean, you know what? I had a little bit of time on Friday and Saturday, and I entered the tournament last minute on Friday, came 2nd, and I got smoked in the grand final. And then the next day I said, you know what? Let me see if I've got time to do this. And the thing is, I'll tell you one reason why I don't enter tournaments, Veggey. So the tournament I entered on, the Saltman entered on the Saturday. I literally was playing and I turned my phone down and it was vibrating like crazy. I had 6 missed phone calls and I had 2 unanswered emails. And I was like, I can't play this game in peace.
Look at me.
This guy. Look at this guy.
Now, here's the thing. This is why when I play,
it's not a big deal.
When I play ranked and whatever, that's like, I can just turn it off because I can answer the emails, talk to the people on the phone. When I'm in a tournament, I'm like, please do not, just don't call me, please.
Right.
But I'm not gonna tell people, I'm in a tournament, don't talk to me. But
that's really funny, Jammerz, because when I play CPT online or like anything serious when I'm in online tournaments, I just turn my phone off because there are 2 people who might call me. It's my mom, who calls me a lot when I'm streaming, asking for something, or it's my wife calling me while I'm streaming, asking me for something. And they will call me, so I turn that phone off just to make sure there's no distractions.
No, do you know what? I probably should try it, but the thing is, it's like it's too important sometimes. Whether it's a family member or work related.
But then it's like every time you hear it, you're like, something's happened. Something's happened. Someone's in the hospital. I need to check. Someone's in the hospital, man. I need to go there now.
You never know. But hey, listen, I've had worse bracket luck in my time, and there it is. He's found it. Yes, that's brilliant. Right, okay. Before we get the guests in, this is what happened over the weekend for the World Warrior EU East #1. Shout-outs to Mirkin from Poland for winning it, using the G, still rocking it. This is fantastic, and we had good representation from Poland as well, actually. We had, so Mirkin was in the Intel World Open Regional Finals last year, so was Kamal, and I think Shady Imposter was there
Shady
as
Imposter
well.
was there as well, and yeah.
Okay, so
That's what I remembered as well, and I wanted to shout that out because that was like my first contact with some of these players as well.
Okay. So there's actually good representation around the world regarding these World Warriors. But again, it's interesting because shouts to Kamal because he's really improved. I remember when he just did not run it back with me online at all. And he's coming second and first places in tournaments. It's great. I love the improvement, but it's great to see. But again, you know what? There's going to be a lot of, and even the US, they had a couple of World Warrior tournaments last weekend as well. But we got our US guests in here now. We got them in the green room, so I wonder if we can actually transition over, Richard, and get these guys in the call so we can have a lovely chat. So if Hoji and Rushdown are in the call, and they're all in the stream, sorry, you can unmute your mics, let us have a chat, and let us continue to talk more Street Fighter and get some bants going, because we had a good conversation with these guys earlier before the stream started. So let me find out.
Shouldn't have spent the conversation before the show started.
Hey, listen, sometimes if you want that off-camera discussion, it might be a bit too rated 18 for you guys, but I'll put it out there now. But yes,
that's good.
Right, let me find out. Do we have Hoji and Rushdown here? Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Yep, I hear you.
Perfect. Right, gentlemen, so thanks once again for taking time out of your day to join us on the show. Obviously, like I said, thank you very much, Veggey, for getting these two in the same place so that we can talk to these guys and watch them play some Street Fighter, because I think quite a number of us have been watching you two for a while. But yeah, this is the part of the show where we're going to do the pre-match interview before we guys get you just slugging blows and pressing mediums into EX moves in the first of 10. But my first question is, just to kick things off, I'm going to just hit you guys real hard with it. I want Hoji's opinion on this first for Rushdowns. Hoji, you need to tell me, can you explain to me what the I-don't factor is? I need to know from someone who's been hit by the I-don't factor. What is it?
Okay. It's his jab. I think it's his jab. You can't mediate. So what I do is I treat it like a reversal.
Right.
Because whenever he reaches close to stun, he always jabs and you can't stop it. So even if you do a meaty that you know is +4 and you know the setup, he will always counter hit you. Always. So I just block. I block right outside throw range. I let him activate. That's how I deal with it.
Damn.
And how does that end then after that activation?
I lose. I usually lose. I usually lose unless my backdash actually works for once, because I just mash backdash when he does that. Yeah, I'm hoping he throws. And he usually jabs on wake up, and I block it. I'm like, okay, I'm safe. I didn't get counter hit like everybody else. Thank God, I'm so smart. And then he activates V trigger, and then he does his throw and either claps or something. I just always get hit. I don't know.
Damn, that's rough. Rushdown, from your perspective, what is the I-don't factor?
Well, I mean, obviously the jab is, iconic. People hear IDOM, they think about that jab, but honestly, it's his neutral. He's the only Laura I ever play versus where I feel like I'm not dominating them from round start. His crouch medium kick confirms. He actually confirms it, unlike most of them. His thunderclap placement's always really good. It's hard to get a good trade combo or just punish him outright for him. I mean, he's just a really good player all around. It's hard to say what one thing would be.
Okay, and you mentioned about the matchup. How does the Urian Laura matchup go normally? Has it always been in Urian's favor before recent times? Or?
I always thought it was even or Laura favored personally. I think it's much more Laura favored now with the recent nerfs, but yeah, I mean, she's always been able to do EX clap into jab check on the EX headbutt. She's always been able to do a lot of that stuff. The neutral kind of favors Urian a little bit, but again, I don't know. I feel like Laura always, if she gets her game plan going, she's not losing a matchup.
Okay, fair.
Right.
No, I definitely understand that line of thinking, especially with a character like Laura. Now, we are on the topic of Urian, and you are a very strong Urian player, and you've got a lot of knowledge, and I've seen some of your streams and just how simple you make things look for a character that should be kind of difficult. That's my personal opinion, but I'm just bad at charge partitioning and charge characters in general. Talk to me about the state of Urian right now, Rushdown. I know it's a bit vague, But
Oh, it's rough. It's rough on the streets we're in right now.
now, okay, from
obviously.
from the objective standpoint, before I let you finish there, from the objective standpoint, we're singing and praising that he has no longer had the headbutt. How much of an impact did that play?
I don't even think the headbutt nerf is really the biggest nerf. I mean, obviously that matters in a lot of matchups because, Urian, you get knocked down, you get Aegis. People have to worry about that reversal because, that's how you come back into the game. Now, a lot more you're going to be dying without ever even getting to activate because you have to hold that defensive situation. But I think the Fireball nerfs and the Aegis nerfs were more important.
Right, okay.
A lot of matchups like Urian versus Ken, for example, Urian versus Birdie, that Fireball nerf is huge. Being able to Bullhorn it from further away, being able to DP it on reaction pretty easily, that's problematic because, Urian really does like to keep you on the ground and make you jump at him because, his anti-airs are huge.
Right.
Also, Aegis being a lot slower matters a lot. You don't get a lot of punishes anymore, like crouch medium kick into Fireball safe now, stuff like Birdie, EX Bullhead, I don't know. He just has received a lot of nerfs, and they're all relevant in some matchups. I mean, obviously, you're still going to play the character if you're a character specialist, and he's still win. You can win with him. He's strong. It's just
more
bad.
difficult to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're playing a lot of 4.6, 4.5, 5.5s instead of 5.5s and 6.4s in your favor now.
Okay. Olvaha, you want to ask a quick question?
Yeah, I wanted to continue about kind of the Urian nerfs. After the patch, obviously, have you tried any other characters and has anything really stuck after the patch? I think you played some Cody, if I
I did. I've been playing Cody and Ken mostly after the patch, and Hoji was the one that was actually teaching me Cody.
Okay, nice. All right. I mean, level with me. No trolling. Level with me here, because I'm not a Urian player. Does Urian win any matchups now?
Yeah, he does. He beats Dan. He probably beats Abigail still. I still like him versus him. Manat.
Oh.
Poison's probably pretty close to even, but I think Poison probably still wins it a little bit.
Okay.
I just don't think he does great versus any super relevant top tiers. That's the problem.
Okay, fair, because I think most of the Urian players that not necessarily jumped ship, they've got another character in their
Yeah, you got at least one more.
Because at least for me, just talking about their headbutt nerf, it was very similar to what they did with Zangief. They took the throw invincibility from EXSPD, and it's like, hold on, if we knock you down and we try to throw to bait your V shift and punish that, you do EXSPD and then you won the game. I don't think that's fair. At least that was my perspective on the Zangief one. With Urian, I was like, okay, maybe they're trying to encourage a bit more V-shifts or V-reversals, but that didn't really work out because you're still holding on to the mirror because it is vital.
That's your win condition.
Has that what it's boiled down to now? Is it just mirror or die, or?
I mean, I think in certain matchups, especially versus Cody or something, you might want a V-reversal to get out of EX Zonk pressure. But generally, if you can get mirror, I think it's worth losing life and putting yourself on defense to keep it.
Wow. I mean, some players that play Urian, you need to improve your defense pretty good.
It's hard.
That's all I'm going to say, because some people, they are very stubborn with some of their V-triggers. Aura players, some Urian players,
Yeah.
It's sometimes you lose when it's you could have V-reversaled and your neutral wasn't even that bad. You just had to be that reliant on the mirror. So it's always just to pick the brains of a specialist, because I will never see it from a Urian player, because I'm like, thank God he can't headbutt me randomly anymore. Because I never liked the headbutt in scrambles. It wasn't on wake up. My problem with
because
the
it was
headbutt
a delay. The delay was really good in scrambles.
That's what annoyed me. That was it. But
Actually,
all right.
just one more question regarding the nerfs. Has your gameplay improved in any way you didn't expect because of nerf tools? You've had to take other things into account, for example. Have you found new things about your gameplay after the patch?
I'm sure that some Urian players have. I've just honestly not been playing much lately or entering anything, so I definitely could see that being a thing if I had stayed, competing the same amount I was.
Right. Okay.
But do you think that if you had kept entering, that your results would change, or would they stay relatively the same?
I think they would definitely change a little bit. I mean, not a ton. I mean, there are people who, if I'm winning 10-0 in a first to 10 and you nerf my character, it's not the matchup, right? The matchup going even after that is not going to change that. But versus Shine, I would say I would probably start losing more. I mean, he's got to be really good versus Urian now, because that was all he practiced versus for a while. and now he's nerfed. I played Art recently in a couple sets. We went back and forth still, which is what we were doing. I don't know. I'm sure that there's a little bit more losses that I would obviously take that I wouldn't have previously.
Okay, fair play. Now,
That's some really good, like, I think quite a few players would be like, no, nothing will change. You can't nerf me. And I like when people are kind of like humble about it and saying that, the people are destroyed, I will still destroy, but the people are going even with will be less reliable maybe than to be.
No, honestly, it's a good mentality to have.
Yeah,
Now we got to go over to a man with the shades here, because he's been a bit quiet. He's been a bit quiet with them shades, so now I've got to target him. Hoji, talk to me. Your character has been under the limelight for a little while. Is Cody a top 5 character now, in your personal opinion?
I think he's very fair. I think he's like solid down the middle. Like, why are you laughing? I think he stand medium, kicks you. I mean, the Zonk is out of throw range. What else? Like, and there's just the pushback, and there's just a lot. What do you think?
I mean, on the screen, literally, on the screen just now, I saw you hit Idol with a level 2 Zonk wall bounce, and he's near the corner, and you brought out that sword. That's not a knife, it's a sword. But
yes, and
do I win this round though? Do I win this round though?
No, that's not. Don't worry,
Let's
that's
see.
not the point. I need you to talk to me in the utmost faith. Now's the time to confess your sins. Is Cody a top 5 character? Yes or no?
All right. Look. He's number 5, probably. That's what I'll say, okay?
yes, you won the round. I just checked.
No.
Yes, you won the round.
No,
Oh my god, he even won the round.
No, I didn't win. Okay, well, you guys literally had to search for that, because I lose to him all the time, okay? That's all I gotta say. I lose to him all the time. If you believe, tell me the truth. You spent like 2 hours looking for that replay, right?
Our stream team was searching. I didn't search it. Our stream team was. He was probably looking hard, but I wasn't. But
I'll say he's number 5. I will say that he's okay. He's strong, good neutral, great damage, but I don't know, dude. People are kind of. With the EX moves and the.
No, okay, right. Let me change the question. Let me be a little bit more specific. Do you think Cody will still be strong if hypothetically, because it's not going to happen anymore, there's no take-backsies here. If hypothetically they remove level 2 Zonk, do you still think Cody would be a good character?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Actually, I think what really pushed him over the edge was the anti-air in V-Trigger.
Oh,
I think so normally the thing is I'm gonna say this and people are gonna get mad at me. But really, like, the truth is, you see Cody winning a lot because people stink at jumping. They stink at jump cross-ups, they stink at doing it. And basically, Cody, when he has V-Trigger before, he would get like a crouch fierce whatever.
Yeah.
Right? But now he has an incentive to actually respace for you an anti-air and get 200 something damage in Oki. Right? Whereas before, you can literally just jump cross up on the guy, and then he has to worry about that all the time because the fierce gets beat out by that cross up range, right?
Yeah.
So that's just one thing. I think it's massive when you have a command grab, when you have the neutral knife that makes you scared, so you have to jump, right?
Wow.
And now you have this damage incentive that's like, okay, jump, dude, I don't care. Whereas before, it was like, oh, I get 90 damage for this, I get 100, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the incentive is totally flipped. You never want to really jump against them.
I mean,
when he has V-Trigger.
let's be honest here. That's not a knife you're holding. That's a sword. That is a definite sword. I know a sword when I see one.
What's he holding? What's he holding? Did you say?
It's a sword. You see
No,
how
that's
long
a knife.
You see how long that
That's a
thing
knife,
is?
bro. Come on.
So it's not a knife. It's definitely not a knife.
That's not
It is not a sword. No.
I actually have a suggestion for that. In the Virgil costume, when you pick V-Triggered 1, it should be Yamato instead of the knife.
Well, I mean, they gave it to V-Trigger 2 because people would just come on, grabbing people at the time, but they can't change it over. That knife is pretty damn good now. But I don't know, everyone lost their marbles when Momochi did crouch light kick activate into a full combo because you couldn't backdash. And I'll be like, someone showed me that 3 years ago, but, you know.
Yeah, it's 30 damage, bro. This character is mid-tier, I'm telling you.
I mean, there's a lot of mid-tier characters with
But
500 damage
Hoji,
combos, but...
Have you felt he was as good as people saying now earlier, or have you come to this realization now?
No, for a while, dude. I've been saying he's
Okay.
mad good since V-Skill 2. But,
Yeah, okay.
you know, people like to kind of ignore it. Like, V-Skill 2 crush counter fierce, that's what he needed. That was the big thing. And level 2 Zonk, he did not need, but I mean, that's cool. But Crouch Fierce Anti-Air, Crouch Fierce Anti-Air, that's like another step over. They really did not need to do that. You know what I mean? I mean, thank you. Keep it till the end of the game. But I'm just saying.
I'll take this.
You know, like that's how I see it, though. I think he's always been mad strong. His neutral is mad good. So,
Okay.
among other things.
Now, before I move on to another question regarding the both of you, you got to tell me, what are some of his toughest matchups currently, in your opinion, Hoji?
Awesome.
Is that
Came from the shelf.
Is that the hardest one?
Honestly, dude, I remember back when Cody was not great playing against that matchup. I was like, man, what's going on here? Like, I must be doing something wrong. Everybody's like, yeah, you don't know the matchup, bro. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I think he's really good. And now I look at myself in the mirror, and I have so many gray hairs, bro. And it's because they were all lying to me. And now everybody agrees Dhalsim's broken. So I just want to say, like, there's this cold syndrome going on with me in the FGC, because now they finally agree with me. This character is ridiculous, bro. This matchup is unwinnable. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, so if you think Dhalsim is quote-unquote unfair or one of the best in the game, why are there so few people playing him?
So,
Checkmate.
because, well...
Not a good argument.
I have a great argument. One, I almost beat Art in tournament. Recently, the other night. I'm going to start with that S tier argument.
You
Number
dropped to
2,
confirm, though.
I'm going to go into part 2.
Oh, wait, okay.
Yeah, I dropped to confirm, yeah. I'm going into part 2, and what I'm saying is that people don't want to pick the top tier and lose with the top tier. That's what it is. They don't want to pick Rashid because they're like, if I play him and I lose, I have no excuse.
Do you know what? I've been sorry to cut you off there. I've been learning Rashid recently. I'm like, my word, this character. I said, no one's playing this character. He must be bonkers. But I can kind of see where you're coming from that argument. But please continue.
Right, man. Oh, well, I'm just saying, I mean, Street Fighter 4, you got good examples too. Yun, I mean, in this game, it's like you could play Poison. You see a lot of people playing with them. And when they don't win with Poison, you know, they get nothing but insults. So I can see why they wouldn't want to play Dhalsim, you know? You play Dhalsim and you lose, you go 0-2 in a tournament, everybody's going to be talking about it. Come on.
Right.
Well, right, okay. Fair point. I can hold you to that. But again, I mean, like, I think the easier pick as top tier is Luke. And I remember Brian F did tell me there's no such thing as a bad Luke player. And that still stands to this day. Because every Luke player played is just miraculously good now. I don't know why. Just don't ask about their results before when he released back last year. Don't ask about their results then. Only ask about their results afterwards. But in terms of competing, because you did mention tournament, Hoji, you haven't been as like active, I feel, this year. Has it been work? Have you kind of not been like feeling the game as much? What has it been for you?
Here, look, let me say, I love this game, but I've been studying the blade. So I'm trying to stay ready on all fronts of life. So like if I go outside and somebody approaches me, I want to be ready. So I'm doing a lot of push-ups and pull-ups. And then if I feel like I want to play another game or something, I just run on ranked. You know, I'll lose 10-0, whatever. And then, you know, I might get a little bit. I watch tutorials. I go to work. I try to be more efficient. I get all my sleep.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing more tournaments upcoming, though. I'm going to ECT. I'm going to try and do the CBT, you know, online tournaments coming up. But yeah, that's about it, really.
Okay, fair. Rushdown, what about you? I know you haven't really been as active on Street Fighter. Is it just the same reasons or something completely different?
Me and OG have actually been playing a lot of other games together at night, usually.
Okay.
Studying the blade together, I guess.
do you know when Hoji said I'm studying the blade, I couldn't take him seriously because of his picture. I couldn't take him. I'm sorry, I had to take him seriously, but I'm looking at his picture and he said, I've been studying the blade. I was like, if you told me that in the streets, I could not take you seriously from the moment you told me that. But no, I get it because like it's the final update and either your character's in an amazing position or they're not. And
yeah,
that can make a break.
I just don't want to commit enough. I could see myself playing another character in this game, and if I knew that it was going to go on for a few more years, I'd be like, yeah, I can put 6 months into learning Cody and getting him up to that level, and be happy with that.
Okay.
But I don't want to put 6 months learning a character to the level that I would be comfortable with, that I would want to do it.
Okay.
And then, you know, we're playing a new game 3 months after that.
No, do you know what? I totally respect that. Are you going to be entering like any online tournaments or traveling at all this year, Rushdown?
Honestly, if my work schedule goes with it, I'll enter stuff, but I don't really have any plans or anything like that. Like, I'm not going to request off or anything like that.
Okay, well, again, I respect it because, again, there are more important and bigger commitments in everybody's lives outside of...
What I did actually recently that was kind of fun? That CLG ladder thing. That was pretty fun that they were doing.
Oh, yeah, the new team that Brian is sponsored by. Okay.
Yeah, they were doing that. That was fun.
I mean, would you enter more of those or just like on?
I will. I thought it was going to be like a every week, like a seasonal thing, like a ladder. So I was just trolling, picking random select and stuff. And then I only got 9th, so I didn't get to play in top 8 because I thought I had like multiple weeks to do it.
Oh, right. Okay, I see what you mean. Similar to the World Warrior.
I thought it was going to be like a season thing, not a...
Okay, fair.
Not a one and done.
All right. Right, I've got time. We've got a little bit of time, and I'm going to start asking the controversial questions now.
Good.
This is for both of you. I want to get Hoji's opinion on this first. Hoji, your top 5 players for Street Fighter 5 on the East Coast. Who are they?
Oh, thank God he goes first.
Yeah, I'm going to get him to go first. In your opinion, who are the top 5 players for Street Fighter 5 on the East Coast?
I mean, honestly, for me, it's kind of hard to think like right off the top of my head. 5. Right, because there's always like 3 that you can think of really easily. So like me, I would put like, I don't know, Idom, Punk, and like, I mean, Shine definitely.
Okay.
Right, and I'd say me. I'm just on the couch right now. If I practice, I roll up. I could definitely. I mean, there's the jab reversal and stuff, but I think me, if I roll off the couch, I'd say right now at this very moment, East Coast probably Kuda.
Are you going to count him as one of you guys?
Yeah, dude. Why not, bro? He's entering NLBC. Come on, man. He's in New York right now,
well, he has been doing, and he has been getting the results. I don't think he came 3rd at CEO as 2nd. Was it 2nd at CEO?
Yeah, I'll take him. That's good enough for me, bro. 5th place? Yeah. Come on, bro. One of us.
Okay, fair. If you want to slap Kudo in that list, you're more than welcome to.
I respect that, honestly.
I respect that. Rushdown, what about you? Your because I know you love your opinions. Your top 5.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do Idom and Punk.
Yeah.
And then I think people have been saying Shine lately.
Okay.
I'm going to say Arturo.
Okay.
I think he's had a lot of good results. Like, he's the only person I've seen consistently beat Idom in the last year.
Yes.
So I'll give him that. And I don't count Kudo East Coast. I don't think that's fair, but I do count Big Bird as East Coast. So I am going to say Big Bird.
Here we go.
We claim him. He came, he played. I beat him with a meaty EX headbutt, and then the next round, he did meaty EX spinning mixer, and I said, this is an East Coast player. He's earned my respect. I'm going to count him for the rest of his life. He's number 5.
Oh,
one
man,
of us.
That's brilliant. So you would count. So if someone came over there and did like a delayed Shoryuken in your face, or maybe
if you guys send like Duradoyle or whatever your best Akuma that you have over there, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
He is.
Or like an Alex Letter type over here, he would earn my respect.
Listen, I'll tell you what, right? I'll just quickly mention Alex Leather, right? Alex Leather, as much as we take the mick out of him, he's actually done something a lot of players in Europe can't do. He's won a tournament. I don't care what scale it was. He's won a tournament, and some people can't even say that.
I thought he 2-0'd Tokido when he was over there. He can't do that bad.
No, he 2-0'd.
Alex Leader 2-0'd the NL right after NL won Combo Breaker. Yeah.
And I'm pretty
Dorodoil beat Tokido.
Oh, that was that.
And I'm pretty sure.
Legend.
Tokido. No, NL mentioned. I think NL mentioned when he lost to Alex Leather on Twitter. I think I
saw that.
And it was just like, well, this is just the realization. You come over here, it's not going to be the same cup of tea as you get in America. It's like, people are just crazy. And then I think some people from your neck of the woods they weren't convinced about our online players until they literally saw Doro beat Tokido. I think he was on his stream. I legit think he was.
I think he was streaming.
Yeah, and it was like, right, he just smoked you in the mirror. And it's like, right, now listen to us. Like, legit. But you know what? I'm going to give you an impromptu question that you brought up. Do you think NA's online warriors, the bona fide online warriors, do you think they could take on EU's online warriors? I don't think so. I think
first to ones.
Nah. I think our guys would take your guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
there has been
Let me jump in here real quick. Okay. First of all, I will say this. I'll say this, that I mean, people are gonna get mad at me. And I like a lot of you guys, okay, especially in the chat. But I gotta say, a lot of people don't react to things, and they're not too quick when I play them.
Sorry.
And maybe in Europe they would have anti-airs and stuff like that. So I'd say that the general level, EU probably beats us. But I'm just saying at the highest level, I know you got problem. I know you got
talking
strong
about online
players.
warriors. What are you talking about?
I'm saying the general online, dude.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
You gotta do it the general online,
10-0 match.
sure. But I'm just saying, top 5, you get into real players. Come on, dude. That's all I gotta say.
I don't know. Like, Problem's got a good track record against most of your dude. I don't think some of your guys have dealt with Luffy enough, and Phenom's one of the best players in the world, and what he's been doing in these past 2 years, my guy has 2 Warlord accounts. He has like 1 million BP split between 2 accounts.
But he still gets hit by random EX Hatsu in neutral. He's free.
No. Look at Phenom's Street Fighter League record. Phenom's Street Fighter League record speaks for itself.
All right, but we got Mogo, though. We have Mogo on our side. Do you know him?
Have you ever seen a Karen do EX Tenko Brawl in neutral 3 times in a row?
Yes.
I don't think so.
No. Yeah, we
Alex
have.
the Demon?
No. The other dude. He's from your country. He's from your part.
Yeah, Mogo.
No.
Okay, I know.
Stone Vessel or something?
Stone Vessel, yes.
No.
Yeah, I knew it.
Listen, I'm going to tell you two tonight nicely. We've got some crazy dudes over here as well, but
We got to set that up. There needs to be a community vote, and we need to fly them all out to play each
the
other.
problem is,
That would be awesome.
I legit think some of these online warriors don't even know there's a CPT, or they don't even know that. I don't think they know they're more famous than actually some of our best players in the world. I legit think even some of your online warriors, they might be more popular than Phenom, and they don't even realize it. That's what I find amazing about this game. It's just like people come on, hop on. It's like, damn, you woke up at 7 a.m. and said, I'm going to do 3 EX Tenkos in a round. And it was like, in a
They're
row.
just thinking about dinner, bro. That's it. They're thinking about dinner, rushing the set,
It's crazy.
You got a lot of points to make.
Well, listen, the CFN economy is rough out here. Right, we got time for one more question before we hit the break, because these two have been hilarious. I love talking to these two already. Right, I got asked this. It's going to be a very silly question, but I want to get your opinions on it anyway, because we did have an interesting one last week. We'll start with Rushdown on this one. Rushdown, in your personal opinion, who is the best character in Street Fighter 5 right now?
Not even a question.
But you need to talk to me.
Luke? No, it's Luke.
No,
It's obviously Luke. I don't know what to tell you.
The only reason
He's the best at everything. He's got the best fireball in the game. He's got the best buttons in the game. He's got the best DP in the game. He's got the best wake up in the game. He's got, what do you want?
No,
He's got good V triggers.
The reason I asked you is because last week someone had a same build up to you and they said Chun-Li, and I was like, huh? And I was
It's definitely not Chun-Li.
well, there you go.
I'm sorry.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Chun-Li is way better than Chun-Li players have ever admitted. And way easier to play than they've admitted too. But it's not Chun.
That's a good point.
Well, yeah, listen, something could be said about a lot of characters. But Hoji, talk to me. You mentioned a broken character before. Is that broken character the best in the game, or is there another one?
Yeah, I mean, I think about it, and I don't think anybody dogs their matchups as bad as this character. I think Dawson. There, I said it.
Okay. Now, are you
I told you, Jammerz, he's one of us.
Hang on. Right. Do you think Dalsim is the best character in the game at peak performance? Not any bozo playing him. At peak performance, is Dalsim the best in the game?
But I think Gil is the best because he has a 2-frame parry, and at peak performance, you parry everything.
While you're not,
There you go.
While you're not lying in some regard.
You really can't argue with that,
No,
actually.
you can't. No, legit. There's not much you can say.
That's 500 IQ answer.
That is, but unfortunately, some of the guild players that play him do not even have 50. Anyway, we are going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to get Rushdown and Hoji in the lobby for the first 10. So stick around, get a drink, because it is hot out there, but get some drinks, get some snacks, and come back for this first 10.
Veggey 18.
Oh yeah, you know I'm ready. Trying to read each other here? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Hit them with a stopping bomb. More fuel for the fire. Cook them up. Breaking on them to lay down some damage without giving up ground. Drops them. Perfect parries. They got a feast on this chance. What now? They think this time to bust this out? Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done.
技で差し合う距離、リーチの差を生かすか、それを手玉に取るか。よく見ていた。さあ飛びはしっかりジャストで受け止めていく。体力はわずか、ゲージ差はある。ここはどう出る。インパクトは受け止めた。主導権の奪い合い、どちらが仕掛けるか。受け止めている。
Nothing stops this train! Ooh, the ground impact hits for a punish! Player 1 can't win this without pulling the trigger! Noticeable life lead!
受け止めながらここは出し惜しみはなし。出血大サービスだ。ダメージ計算、ゲージ管理バッチリ。
Welcome back to Capcom Fighters. We have the Monday program called Sets, the first to 10 series. If you just joined us, you joined at the perfect time because I just saw Veggey there glancing, looking for those good matches, those GGs we're looking for, and I think we're gonna get into those like just now. Are you excited?
And I would really advise anyone who's not tuned in earlier to just tune in or listen through what's been said earlier. Sure. It's been really fun. There's been a lot of jokes and great banter, just as expected from these two. And I think that the games will uphold that standard as we go into the sets as when they're starting up. And I just think that we're going to have one of these times when we get that epic. What is it called when it ends? Like this epic acclamation.
Epic finale.
Battle? Yeah, epic finale with the banter after the set. I'm really excited for the set. I hope they bring out their mains, but they have really strong characters, so whatever they do, I think we're in for a real treat, guys.
All right, but yeah,
big
ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Shout out to Olvaha. He sounded like a flight attendant telling you through the safety instructions before the flight takes off. That was fantastic. That was 11 out of 10
I mean, one disclaimer before we start. This set is going to be Veggey 18.
Well,
oh yeah,
we'll see how it goes here. But yes, great friends, strong competitors, some of the best players you'll see on the East Coast. They're going out in the first to 10, and once again, full credit to Veggey for getting these two players on the show. So we can have a chat and watch them play a exhibition here. It should be Urian going up against Cody. Thank you very much for joining us. Share the stream as well. Twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters as well. We're on every Monday. We put on the show for you guys. And I think more and more people like the opinionated side of things, which is interesting. But we're going to see how things work out. Can hit confirm to shake things up right off the bat. I'm telling you, the fact that he can do it off of both medium punches is insane. Stun already from Rushdown. Oh, he's going for the headbutt loops.
Start.
Yeah, he's going for the headbutt loops. Oh, he missed it.
Oh, but he dropped it.
There's plenty of time to, correct that decision.
No, that was too sick though. And he already committed to the Kane, I almost said the pipe in case it was a wrong read. He's really rushing him down right now. Find that cross-up range where Rushdown is not ready. So close to stun. Nice to here.
Nice escape.
Nice
Yeah,
escape.
he probably used that as an escape, not as a means to get out. But oh, he tried to use the rubbish shoot.
Oh, and the mirror to punish.
Oh, that was too good.
way too
Nah.
clean
Do you
for
know
the
what?
first round.
That was too good
I'm
actually.
not going to lie to you. I have never seen a Urian play do that before.
Same. That's why I said that's too good.
I've never seen a Urian play do that before.
That was actually too good.
That was phenomenal.
Can we just say he's built different?
He is. Like, legit. He is. That was insane for a first round there. Good confirm with the
Oh,
forward
the
punch.
forward medium punch.
We try to get a meaty
Oh,
there.
misses
But
meaty there.
Man.
Nice awareness with a light regular headbutt. Just cross him, anti-air in that cross of range that missed earlier. Here's when he's starting for Hoji. Nice punish.
we do have to ask Hoji why he's stuck with the pipe and hasn't, like, kind of quote-unquote followed the meta with the knife. We'll see how that goes.
We were just talking about it not being a knife and being a sword, and now he's picking the pipe.
There we go. Oh, he tried to anticipate a jump there. Heavy metallic Saphir, but no dice. And the low forward closes that out there for game one. Rushdown taking it here. Now, I know a lot of people are anticipating this and trying to make bets to see how it goes. But, hey, I think we're in for a pretty good set between these two. I'm not gonna lie.
I think we'll see more back and forth as time goes on as well. But sometimes we do have this that two formidable, like really strong players, they face up against each other, and one is just better in their matchup or their character matchup. So, but I do believe that having played as much as they have, then wanting to go on the show together, we're in for a close set going forward. It's gonna be like a lot of these really quick actions. Oh, double misses there.
Nice punish on the target combo there.
Bit rusty on some of their punishes because I saw Rushdown tried to punish a whiff throw with crouch medium punch to tackle, and then obviously Hoji wasn't ready for it. But again, things were wow.
Nah,
Wait,
they're really they're really showing that great neutral, that great control, but they're also swinging a bit, and I really like it. It's like they're slanging at each other, throwing stuff out. You're not ready for this, man. Here's coming.
Yeah, it's the
I think
perfect
because-
mixture of salty and sweet.
Yeah, that's because you mentioned they are such good friends. I think that's why they try to get into the other one's head or crawl on the other guy's skin, and it's just like, okay, interesting stuff there. But he's trying to come through. Hoji, of course. Now, these guys did say like they weren't really competing. And again, we're like, well, just over halfway through the year, right? And obviously their online CPT hasn't come around yet. But there are other tournaments that could be active. But these guys have just been playing other games, so.
Nice anti-air. There you go. Stands
happened
here
a few-
like a it's a fantastic anti-air, honestly.
It's beautiful prediction on the EX song, backdashing and whiff punishing the first whiff of the move, really aware of the spacing and what to do in this match, but he finds another cross-up Hoji in such a great corner position.
Uh-oh.
That's delay, nice sandwich. He's got to deal with this. Yeah, nice jump back there from Hoji. But is that...
Oh my goodness. Still needs
I
to
know, the
guess.
jump
Oh,
back
nice
though.
escape. Very slick.
I don't think there was
This
enough
is
hit stun on the mirror for him to get full crouch fierce there.
Oh, very nice awareness. He gets the anti-air rock after throwing the fireball back. Such great awareness from Hoji. He's really looking to close this out. Rushdown though closing in on the super, which will be enough to kill at some point really soon.
Oh, no
tight.
punish.
Oh, that sweep was very dangerous, but now he can actually throw the pipe, so he's a little bit more safe than Cody used to be when he was left
I
without
like
beat trigger
it.
and only the pipe in hand.
And Rushdown looking to hit confirm that tackle safe on block, and Hoji maybe a little bit afraid of that super after, since they have been like throwing stuff at each other, delaying the crouching medium kick, and it's working out because Rushdown delayed his walk back. And it's just such a, they have so many things going, so many things they've had happen to each other before that it's like they're already on layers upon layers. This is not the grand final start. This is the 1015th game.
Do you know what's crazy? I'll go give full credit to these two because it's only been like 2 games, and the situational awareness for some of these interactions these guys had, they're like on point. It might have been the wrong answer, but they're ready for some of these situations. Throw, that should be dead. Yeah, if he does the right thing, he should be dead. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it's still unfortunately.
He's teasing us.
We
Definitely is,
should
but I
get headbutt loops as well.
Yeah, we'll get them at some point. I mean, we got a lot of games to come. Nice patience from Hoji, not ready to punish though. Just go
There
for
it
that.
is again.
Nah, that was too That was too cool.
That's like Vega players, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, why not? At this point, if let's say it was not a misinput or something of that sort, it's like this is a way for me to get a knockdown, something started. If not, basically lost a round maybe.
Hold on, are you telling me that Cody players are secretly Vega players at heart? Is that what you're telling me?
I do think so.
I
They
think
like
so.
their weapons. They like their weapons.
I mean, we've seen a Clo player play Cody saying it's just like playing Vega the other day. So
One very specific,
Yeah.
player. Yeah.
Oh,
I know who
nice
you're
jump
talking about.
in. What a read. Or I mean, what awareness that was.
I see Hoji implementing a lot of backdashes, and I see also like Rushdown reacting to them pretty well generally with the normal headbutt, for example, for the chase down.
Boy, there we
Oh.
go. Gets the conversion. Wasn't the full one though. I think he could have got a little bit more from that, but I think he wants to save the meter to use the pipe a little bit later on. Even the command grab. Nice jump back jab there from Rushdown.
He's really good at these anti-airs, and
Oh,
now
he's
he
dead, yeah,
walked
he's
back.
dead.
Yeah, and he walked back just to find that crouching fierce. You could see him stutter backwards, seeing the range, crouch fierce for the kill. Hoji had the good cross-up range, but Rushdown was so aware at this point, having been hit by cross-ups earlier, walking back a little bit before pressing. Beautiful showcase of spatial awareness from Rushdown to take that game.
That was pretty solid because again, it's Rushdown's been good at because crouching hard punch has an exploitable angle. Urian's crouching hard punch has an exploitable angle, but he has been able to do jump back jab in a lot of those situations where you can exploit it. Or like you said, Veggey pointed out, good observation. He's micro walk back and set up the crouching fierce, whether it's just the one that you get or get the second hit on the first one to then walk up and do the next one to get the full combo. And I still think it's one of the most damaging anti-air combos in Street Fighter 5 when CA is there. So.
Yep. Trying to lock him in the corner. Hoji trying to find somehow hits, getting some great carriage on block right now to get out of the corner, and they're also hitting so close. One more hit, and he does the slow block. No, I mean the fast block stun to make that throw even harder to take. Should you try to delay tech it? Beautiful stuff.
Was that his jump light punch? I think that was his jump light punch. He did
It looked like it. Definitely intentional for that throw to come really quickly. In case Rushdown had been thinking about taking it at some point or doing something else to avoid it.
From that, unfortunately.
All right, gets a tick throw, leaves him in the corner. He walked away instead of walking forward, but he gets a delayed back throw because I think he wasn't sure what Rushdown was going to do in that situation, but favors in Rushdown's, the situation in Rushdown favor right now.
And he finds the activations.
It's so scary. Look at the corner carry.
Do you know what? No, shout out to Rushdown. He punished that. No one punishes that. The double jab is -6, and no one is ready for it.
Yeah, no one is ready for it. Yeah, it looks deceiving, honestly.
And this is such a place to be in for Hoji. He manages to get out somehow. Now he's in a really great spot to take the round. Rushdown has kind of used his extra tools and that conversion.
Wow.
Oh boy. I'm telling you, that's one of the reasons I still think Pipe is still good. I know the command grab's there, the perfectly timed one is 300 stun, but you don't have to do level 2 Zonk to get a decent conversion in V-Trigger 2. You can just do regular Zonk, then do the gentle swing upper, and then just cancel into a regular one, and it will do like, what, 10%, maybe 50% less? But I still think it's relevant damage, especially against a character like Urian.
Honestly, I was just surprised because he said he has been studying the blade. So
Yes.
he might pick the dagger because of that.
Nice. It worked out for Rushdown once again. That jump after the block swing into the fireball. Hoji tried to anti-air, but it just whiffed.
All counter here, and that's going to be dead. Oh, so it's going to be stunned, sorry. He's not going to be dead, but I think he's going to go for headbutt loops. Yeah, he's trying to set up the headbutt loops. Can we get him? 1,
Oh, there you
2,
go.
2,
3. Hey, there you go. I told you we'd get him.
Oh,
He was looking
nice
for the
patience
chase
though. And such a great hit for Hoji. And he finds the punish on the V-shift as well. He's really building up the stun.
Oh,
and he
no,
finds the
that's
hit for kill. That was such a snowball.
Oh,
No.
Come on.
Nah.
No way that was intentional.
No way,
No
bro.
way.
That was... Oh,
It was.
Oh, boy.
I was thinking like,
my.
will that stone hit on time? That stone won't hit on time, right? And yeah, that's the whole point of it, right?
you
Make
know
it
what?
scared of the
Like,
stone
let's
and go for
find
the
out.
command throw.
Nah.
And had he jumped, I mean, he would have been hit by the stun anyway, right? So it doesn't really...
Do you know what Rushdown's
Yeah.
going to probably try and do in this set? He's going to try and do that. I guarantee you, it might work, it might not. He might do that Aegis combo where he taunts during the combo.
Yeah, if
So
he
let's
finds
hope
it
for
nice.
that one as well.
Crush counter.
He's in the corner, big crush counter.
Take conversion from the crush counter as well.
Nice EX.
Hoji just trying to place a neutral, getting hit by that EX air approach.
Jabs.
Activation though. Oh, nice.
clean.
Autocorrect
Delayed
headbutt. The
headbutt.
delay on that, that was too sick.
Now, the only other person I've seen do that, but not to that, like, quickness, was Lohi. Because he likes to do his anti-air headbutts, but he does it on neutral jumps. He doesn't do it against cross-ups. That's actually pretty cool.
That is, you don't really see that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, legit. Try to walk away again. It works out. Avoids the throw. Punish on the sweep. And just closing that gap there. And see, do you know what? I like that these two are looking for delays and trying to counter certain things after -2s, but at the same time, the other guy's ready for that expected situation like Veggey was talking about before. Dash forward.
Nice counter.
He didn't know where the rock was. Yeah, he stopped the combo because he didn't know where the rock was.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's the scariest part about, like, honestly, some of these things with the pipe. You don't know where the rock is.
Oh, making him think about something else and surprising him with a dash. Hoji, though, still in a good position. Rushdown in a great position. It's kind of dangerous to walk forward. Should that tackle come? The dash comes instead. Oh, double whiff.
Yeah, he's
So
looking
yeah,
for,
some dangerous whiffs.
he's looking for that stand medium punch into a tackle and into dominant crush. Nice whip punish. Get rid of the pipe.
Really great. But now Rushdown with the V-trigger and super. He's in for a big guess situation.
Right
Look for something. Maybe the super. Who knows? But this is it.
Yeah,
he's
that's
gonna
it.
get it.
Unscaled. There you go.
Nice work. Man, this has been neck to neck so far.
I listen, they promised to deliver. They did while we were talking to them before about setting this up. These guys, even when we were setting it up, trying to get their pictures for the fight card and everything, they were showing friendly banter, just having a laugh about it, and they said, look, we're going to play some games and press some buttons, and then we're probably going to crack joke afterwards. So that's what it is. They've come here to deliver, and it has been a little while since quite a number of people have seen these guys play SF5. So it's a treat in and of itself. But right now, it is 3-2 to Rushdown. Let's see if Hoji can respond and equalize.
Punished.
They're really swinging right now, but great spacing on both ends. Oh, no, not ready for the whiff punish this time, and Hoji finds the standing heavy kick, not leading too much though.
Yeah, I like this spacing. He's looking out for probably coil kick from Rushdown's end or a medium attack, and Hoji's trying to find that ideal range to do the forward HK, and maybe even an EX on.
Using the EX headbutt, which has more corner carry after the patch, so shout outs to using your tutors.
Oh, he finds that big hit though. This is gonna be big.
Maybe a
Rushdown.
V-shift? No, he's gonna keep it there. Hold him to the
I wish it
trigger.
could have been dangerous. Here comes the activation. Hasn't made much from the activation yet, and again, Hoji managed to get out of it. Oh, nice attempt.
Oh, the insurance! The insurance!
Hey man, it covers like damages and lost property. I think that worked out.
Yeah, call us. We'll set you up.
Oh, they are really swinging right now, and he misses. And
Oh my
punish. The
God,
back
he's
was
really
great,
swinging.
But still, yeah, but the back was so good, but he didn't manage to punish. Checks him with the standing medium kick.
I think
That thrill at the end of the rounds, Jammerz. And
listen, I hate it. I hate the present.
I love watching it. I hate it playing.
Why do you think I'm a commentator? Like,
Yeah,
this is
for
great.
sure.
I don't have to deal with that. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Especially if the guy's a reversal. Like the thrill
we
around.
figured out that you're actually not a commentator earlier. You're a player.
Don't know what you mean, mate.
Hoji chooses not to convert from the activation, go for some mix-ups instead. Maybe thought he'd command throw after that reset earlier. Oh, nice conversion from Rushdown here.
Hoji's fighting back.
Oh,
Once
okay.
again with a...
No, he could have made the pipe save with the.
Yeah, he could.
Sorry, he could have
Yeah,
made the sweep save with the pipe, so it was fine to go for that commitment.
Yeah, that's the power of the pipe as well. Like, you can make some of those normals like completely safe with the pipes.
Okay.
I think it's something like that you can punish like in the corner maybe if there's a gap with V-shift. I don't know.
No, so
about the sweep one.
you can do, if he does the sweep into the pipe, if you V-shift and you've got a long-reaching super, you should be good. Maybe 1 or 2 EX attacks might be able to get it. It might be like a Mika or a Chun-Li because they're 5-frame EX moves. Everyone else has to do the V-break. But like I said, in the corner, if he does that, then yeah, you get full combo. If you're trapped in the corner and he does that too.
Yeah. Nice anti from Hoji. That was just the range, and he finds a crush counter. Didn't have the level 2 sunk on the regular there. Goes for the throw. Works out. Rushdown fighting out the corner.
Didn't delay crouching medium punches, and in the very first round, remember, he got a counter hit combo. Yo, the stand like kick bump into the tackle. I like it.
Might even have been a reactional whiff punish at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Trying to catch the backdash. Rushdown. Ready for the dash this time, and he's such a good position.
Oh,
he
that
gets
was
it
it.
again.
That's going to be so much damage. Oh, man. Oh, right. I know he's doing it.
Fear me! Fear me!
Oh,
that was too good. He was just making him feel comfortable, and I can set up shop, and it's just like, let's go!
Yeah, that was a statement.
His delayed headbutts have been pretty successful, man.
Yeah, but after activation, Hoji's just not been teching, and I thought for sure that after that Crouch Fierce, that Rushdown was just like, I'm gonna throw now, but he was one step ahead knowing that this is the time Hoji gives up and finally tries to take the throw, and it's just led to all of this for him.
Damn, just looking crazy again. Look at that. The whip punish into the tackle. Low forwards. Can't get anything off of that because he's too far. See how Hoji gets out of the corner. Throwing that standing hard punch with the pipe. With malicious intent here.
For sure.
Trying to find something with a buffer there. Oh, and they just walk into each other. Rushdown more aware of where they are. Gets the throw. Great position to be for Rushdown.
You know, willing to wait this one out. Just willing to wait the pipe timer.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, that's the skill in and of itself. Being aware of how long your opponent's V-trigger lasts, as well as, all right, going to get the confirm.
Yeah, and adjusting your gameplay to that.
Chase down.
Oh, what a double dash. That was so good. He read either V-trigger backdash, right? And that was just too good from Hoji. Just finding a way to turn that round. Rushdown had a good life lead, had all resources on stock.
Do you know what's crazy? I thought the jab after the tornado suit wasn't going to connect. I thought he was too far, but I stand corrected. Remember, that is one of the better 4-frame attacks in the game. Outside of V-triggers, of course.
Oh, nice answer on the dash. He couldn't punch properly.
Okay, gets the punish.
Nice punish on the badly spaced standing heavy kick. Oh, I like it.
Nice.
Either way, it works anywhere. It catches a lot of these things. Great option to go for. Here comes the activation. Again, no command hasn't been going for command throws yet. He's really afraid that Rushdown will try to evade, but Rushdown has been waiting. But the surprise dash.
Asking you shall receive. Good block.
Nice block.
And there it
He
is.
was trying, yeah.
That was the
No way.
Let's
This is so good right now.
Who's having fun? Cody's having fun.
Right.
And
is
he
he
Rushdown activates now, though.
No, I want to see if he's going to try and chip him. I want to see if he's going to... Yeah, he's going to do it.
Probably,
Yeah, he's going to do it. Of course he's going to do it.
And here comes, yeah.
He's going to force it. Yeah, just force it.
Exactly. And I think that was a great decision because he's in such a commanding position right now. Hoji can just wait a lot, try to get anything in. Jab, stand, medium kick, and he gets it.
Famous.
Right, so I know Big Bird has spoken about it. I can't remember if Phenom has spoken about it publicly, but if you find yourself in a situation where you've misjudged the combo going into Super and you don't have it, but you have the ability to make, you know, the opponent give up Tengu Stone, give up, you know, the mirror, maybe give up another strong V-trigger in the game, do it. Don't worry about not having meter. Take away their ability to win the round in those last few seconds, those clutch moments. Do it, man.
Yeah, I love seeing, honestly, that willing to use that meter.
All right, so it's 4-3 right now to Rushdown. I like that these guys are keeping it close.
Especially like willing to leave out the B meter.
Oh, there it is. Finally, I asked for it. Sorry, Olvaha. And another one. I'm so sorry, Olvaha.
It's okay, man.
Oh, too good, too good. He's tired of it. Acting like he won't get command throw. Am I right?
Uh-oh.
Oh, great, beautiful backdash there.
The thing is, he's had his time to shine. Right now, it's going to be Rushdown's turn to shine in the minute. He can just get low forward, maybe a double tack from a light kick into the activation. It looks like he's looking for the hit confirm into Super.
Yeah. Because I think that hit confirm is dead, right? So why not? But here we go. That was one. That was a big throw with a great damage. There's number two. Nice block.
Whoa.
What an interruption.
He might be dead.
level 2.
No way.
Quite, okay. Block, he blocked, he blocked.
Yo.
Oh, and he finds the punish. I was afraid that that jump might get hit because I don't know.
Nice.
But he knew. He already knew. Jammerz and Olvaha.
Yeah, I was kind of scared it was gonna be a little more active, but yeah, very nice call from Hoji.
To be fair, though, it's good spot on Veggey's end, because if he blocked that, I think probably the second last hit to the last hit would have chipped him out, so it's better to be shift if you have the meter to do so. Full jump in, I wouldn't have risked that myself, but hey.
No, I was afraid.
Yeah.
Will he find the punish? But he found it. Great air-to-air there, though, from Hoji. He's now establishing a position to get back into the 4-4. We're definitely having a tight set here, guys.
Oh, wow. Oh, could he get the whip punish on the charge hard punch? Good check with the jabs.
He said, you dashed too many times. You're not getting it again. No, no way.
That crouch.
This is too disrespectful, and I like it. And he fights the command throw into the just frame timing.
He needs it, man. That's what we get.
Crazy.
So, 4-piece. Now, one thing I like about Rushdown's gameplay that he's been exhibiting is he's tried to do delay stand media punch to catch delayed tech. He's tried to throw Hoji's tech sometimes. The biggest success he's had, the most success he's had, is throw the delayed headbutts. And sometimes those have whiffed as well. So I like that he's been mixing it up, trying to switch things up. The whiff punishing and how he's been utilizing his EX me has been great. But the way Hoji has been keeping himself in this fight, whether it be through V-Trigger, level 2 zone, or even good old fundamentals, it's been great to watch so far.
Both
Nice.
looking for that medium punch.
Oh, that was that -4, -5 thing. I think -5, but the jab would punish either way as long as it's in range. Great corner control from Rushdown right now.
All right, there we go. He's going to throw the rock, go for a little setup, but good interruption there from Rushdown.
I really like how Rushdown is looking for those dashes from Hoji when he activates the V-Trigger because it's such a crucial thing to look out for.
And this is it. We were talking about this before, right? Look, he's teched multiple times. It haven't worked out. And then the one time he tried to do, he's like, he had to change it up again.
Go. Oh, actually, it disappeared before the initial limb came down. That was so unfortunate, but it's still Hoji starting the round. Delay waiting for the super? Is that maybe something that they usually go through
not.
together?
Maybe even a V-shift, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Something, but
yeah.
never count out the delayed super. Never count it out.
Never.
But now you
Especially in a
gotta look
tight
out for
set.
those dashes once again.
Just take a nap, says Cody. Gets in again. Again, it's corner time, and he finds the hit.
I mean, Hoji doesn't even care if it
Oh,
hits
that's
or
stuck.
not because,
Yeah, that's stuck.
like, look at the
Oh, he's
corner
dead.
carry. It's such a powerful tool. Hoji's using it to carry Rushdown into the corner.
But this is
Exactly.
This is what's crazy about a matchup like this, and I think something similar happens with Aura as well. If you have the 2 bars and you know they're not going to give up trigger, just push them to the corner. Legit, just push them to the corner. Leave them half the work for them. They're still kind of be stubborn and holding to their resources with the V-meter. So why not take advantage of that, you know?
Yeah, that's definitely agree. And had he reversal, that would be a win in Hoji's case either way. So I think that was some great usage of meter at the end of that last round.
Yeah, I like
And we're looking to see who's going to take the next lead. That was
Not gonna
one.
get- There you go.
Again. Why not?
But he hasn't got the
throw it
life
out.
lead, so he's going to cancel into dominant crush early, get that substantial life lead, but he has to deal with his trigger. Dash up through.
That was so crazy. He actually did it and it worked out. So I'm still not ready. It was Hoji.
Oh, that could have been punished. That whole kick was punishable by a jab to me,
Oh,
but one command
that was what?
regular throw.
gets
Yeah,
to
he's playing it
throw, yeah.
safe.
Take
He's playing it
another
safe right now. Meaty EX up.
Another
No way!
Rushdown was like, I've seen this movie before.
I tell you
Bingo!
what,
Bingo!
I tell you what's
Bingo!
like super frightening about that. It's the fact that lights into stand light kick and crouch jab, mainly those two, into zonk. It's like there's a gap, but it's a V-shift gap. You can't jump out of them. And on hit, they both combo, so it's like, ugh.
And Urian doesn't have a reversal anymore.
Well, anymore. Yeah, I mean,
Unfortunate.
you could V-shift, but, you know, that's still yet to be seen. Nice good punish.
Sleep it off.
Such a great start from Hoji right now, but Rushdown surprises him with the forward throw into the dash into the corner. And he just changed around just like that.
Try to sway.
Nice, yeah.
It's not going to be stunned, but it's going to be close. He tried again, but he gets the
looking for
stun.
those-
That should be the round.
Oh, he's looking for the loop once again.
I need them. 2, 3.
No, okay.
Beautiful.
I thought he would have built enough me if he went into tackle and then countered the CA, but no need.
He gets hit by it anyway.
No need, no need.
Sometimes you just gotta use it.
I know, in a literal sense. Like, honestly. And it's, like I said before, just to reiterate, it's what's been getting him the most success. It's been the headbutts to catch the late tech.
For sure.
What a crush, what a conversion from Hoji. And he's so ready for it. That's what he's probably baiting and setting up. Hoji's on, kind of like on the front edge right now with the knowledge.
Nice whiff punish from the standing medium punch. That is one of the things you have to learn at BMP. If I do say so myself, with Urian standard right now. Watching like it. Just waiting for the waiting for the level 2. He's gonna activate and Rushdown. He has to take this mix up if he wants his trigger. But if he gets grabbed again, that's it. But he doesn't even need to get grabbed because it was the other
no
one.
need.
Hold this mix up. Final round. The mix ups are what's been killing him, man. The mix ups are what's been killing him.
He's been pretty good at holding down the dashes from Hoji and V-Trigger too, but honestly, like, there's so many options that could go wrong.
Yeah, but the thing is, because V-Reversal hasn't like come into the equation yet for both players, it's like, right, whoever activates their V-Trigger first, if you can't get the round done, if you survive that, you probably won the round afterwards. It depends, really. Trapped in the corner, going for a space coil kick. Good trade on the violent knee drop. We'll take that if it gives us that real estate to work with in the mid screen. Activates. He missed his light. He just went from the light into the Zonk Knuckle when he wanted the crouching jab, but walks away, and again.
The punish wasn't too big either, though. Yeah, oh, he's maybe thinking the tackle is coming through the rock as we saw earlier. Rushdown already probably seen that, waiting for it, not doing anything.
I think Hoji missed
the
a big
ages.
chance with the punish there.
Oh, the trade, that might be it.
Too
That should have
sick.
traded.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No
sick.
way.
Yeah. Come on, man. That was the thing back like a season, 2 seasons ago. It was like, yo, you must learn your trade combos against Urian. You have to.
Yeah, but you don't see it as often nowadays, so like it's always like a very satisfying and flashy way to finish.
Well, I mean, look, let's be real here. In some regards, yes, they have sapped a lot of fun out of Urian. They have sapped a lot of fun out of Urian. But for his opponents, from an objective standpoint, that's like great. I don't have to deal with that anymore, you know? But again, when you see that stuff and how people are still ready for those kind of scenarios, despite the mirror being toned down, it's still magnificent to see.
It is.
Oh,
When he finds that cross-up range again, he's so good at it. He said people are bad at jumping, and he's showing them how to jump right now.
Masterclass of jumping here.
The Jump King?
Well,
Maybe.
What a shimmy.
Oh, is he getting to him? Is he getting to him? That should be dead. Oh, yeah.
Definitely did.
Crime
Look at the red
sway
on the bar.
into the ruffian kick to take the round, and he was down like, what, 4-2, 3-2, something like that. And now it's 6-4 in his favor. Nice.
Nice punish. Yeah, he's real wide and awake.
Well, I like it because me and Veggey were talking to him before. He said, I might not sleep the night before this.
Oh, yeah.
And then he
what did he
did.
have? Like solid 2 hours?
He got a good solid 2 hours
That's
sleep. I said,
power nap.
we'll just call it the power nap. And he said, he's probably more awake than the rest of us. That's what he said. Come on, Grab. Do a third one for me.
Again, I want the number 3.
Oh,
and he
that's
that might
what he's
happen.
talking about. That's what he's talking about. He said one of the changes that was big to Cody, that was like supreme, was the fact that my guy can combo off a crouch fist, whether it's V-Trigger 1 or V-Trigger 2. He got him in the float state. Cancel. Yo!
The way he phrased it was, I don't know why they gave it to me, but I'll take it. Thank you.
That's it. I think you should put down a t-shirt. I don't know why they gave it to me, but thank you. I'm telling you, man. Look, Cody, me and Veggey said this from last year, even the year before that. Cody's one of the heaviest hitters in the game right now. He is one of the heaviest hitters in the game right now. You're seeing it in full
heavy
force.
hands.
Oh, man. Hoji.
And while they're playing like neutral, it's so fast. They're really fast players, and they're kind of like taking that fast game to the floor, but it's still really solid and strong most of the time. I mean, they're using their EX move, but of course you're supposed to use them, right? But it's just nice to see a lot of whip punishment, movement, and then just sudden bursts of crazy or aggressiveness.
And both of these characters are really explosive to do.
But I think that's what you like about characters and players, is that like the pace can change and both players can kind of match that pace. Whether it's slow, if these things speed up, sometimes you'll get the extremely volatile guy that you can't keep up with, and that's entertaining in its own right as well. But
I just want to say Rushdown handled Hoji in that round really well, even with the pipe activated. Like, he was just controlling the round.
I'm not gonna lie, half these rounds, like, Rushdown's been pretty good at dealing with them. It's just that EX Zonk, like me and Veggey talked about before, EX Zonk's been pushed into the corner and he hasn't been using his V system defensively. He's been caught by 1 or 2 shimmies here and there. The cross-ups have been catching crouch fierce. Just a couple of like slight miscalculations on spacing and those micro decisions. And again.
That's why he's
powerful too.
Yeah, and I think at this point Rushdown kind of has to feel like he can't neutral jump on Reed, just backdash instead. It's too risky going for the payout. Nice with punish. He had the level 2 and he
the disrespect.
no, he's just too good. He's just too cheap. He's just too cheap. He's too
Oh my god. He's like, alley-oop. Alley-oop.
He said, yeah.
Hoji is too cheap.
He said, nah, I'm gonna confirm, but I'm gonna confirm it to this grab. Like,
Oh yeah, I love it. He's such an opportunistic player at times, and it's really paying off for him in this set.
Ooh, nice anti-air.
Do you know, I think it's because these guys know each other so well. I couldn't have the audacity to snuff out so many reset opportunities against my opponent. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can turn this
They
around.
really do know themselves, like, really well.
But Rushdown, though, has a great corner cage. He's really good at caging him in the corner. Trying to get him back there. Finds the hit. Yeah, this great conversion. Now, strong position. Hoji not afraid to use the V-reversal. That trade was good, though.
Too far. That would have been it, but he got a conversion anyway. And finally, a delayed crouching medium punch from... Oh, sorry, standing medium punch. Even from the first game, like, you know, about 8-9 games later, it works for him and gets him that round. Finding his way back in the fight after a win streak on Hoji's end. I mean, boy, these guys are not failing to impress.
Crazy.
What? Listen, man. Look, sometimes I do that as well. It's like, yo, like these players are out of this world. And it's
I'm
like,
swiping like sweat from my forehead.
oh, listen, man, it gets rough. You remember the days when Abigail's running the joint? I was sweating on commentary. How does that work?
I think we were all
I
sweating.
was sweating on commentary. I wasn't even the one playing.
I was watching some like pool matches. I was sweating. Just in the silence.
Oh, beautiful dash out, intentional or not. It definitely punished that knee tackle. That was one bingo. Rushdown finding his way out.
There you go, stand medium kick.
With the wild knee drop.
It's a good poke, man. Cody, stand medium kick. I don't think the objective, I'd love to whip punish it, but I don't think the objective is to whip punish
I
it.
mean, it's pretty good.
Sandwich right now.
He wasn't sure, yeah, he wasn't sure if he had time to punish. Oh, and the mirror just disappears after the back throw.
I think enough people don't. I think a lot of people don't consider that as well. The timing during Urian's throw animation, because that can play a big part in when the mirror disappears. I don't think a lot of people like consider that. It does take a while.
Yeah, it does.
Definitely does. Hoji though on the prowl again. Oh, he just stands still in neutral after like 12 games.
Once again, Hoji with the masterclass on the jump.
Oh, he tried to go for a crouching hard punch to catch the delayed button, or maybe even delayed 10. It didn't work out. Delayed throw there from Rushdown. Nice conversion.
Okay, Rushdown signal shop. Yeah, nice delay from Hoji. Rushdown still finding the conversions.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, full credit, he's got a lot of these conversions, no matter how minute they are, on point.
Dude.
But he's dead.
That was kind of clean. The standing reset in the air into activation into side switch.
Not many people do that anymore with some of their characters. You could do it before when V-Shift wasn't really a prevalent thing or just an option in general, but and obviously there are easier, more potent activation situations. But if you can still, like I said, if you can still rock situations like that and get something out of them, whether it be a 50-50 or not, abuse it, man. And he's been saving his meter, or utilizing his meter pretty well, because I don't really see Cody use super a lot these days, you know? All right. Trying to find that.
Walking in the corner, Rushdown answers back though.
This is it, they're trying to find that spacing, right? And it's like, okay, trying to avoid stand hard kick or forward hard kick from Cody. Trying to avoid coral kick from Urian, that whiff punish. Wow. Again, he had to preemptively look for that, but he did catch the button. It's the command grab. Activates, he's got to deal with it.
Gotta guess.
Crush cat. Puts out the mirror, this should be it. And that's gonna be it, yeah. No!
No!
Missed it! Oh no! Ah! Oh, wow! Do you know what?
Nice block though. Nice block though, gotta say.
All right, I think we've made a soundboard of like 9 different sound effects in the last 3 seconds there. However,
That was too sick.
That was sick
No,
discipline.
teabags.
No, that was sick discipline
no,
from Hoji.
teabags.
That was sick discipline from Hoji, I'm sorry. Until he messed up the conversion, but it was blocked at the time, so.
And Hoji starting the round with the teabag. He's really feeling this right now. Rushdown though is fighting back, trying to even up the score.
Well, I mean,
Nice interruption.
It's going to be difficult because he's still got like, what, 3 games to try and equalize this? Rushdown?
Yeah, oh nice.
Look at this round from Hoji right now. He's completely controlling this.
Yeah, and the instant tech.
The Rushdown. He has the cages. 2 mirrors and a dream.
Well,
Yeah, 2 mirrors in a dream. And
he's got to
super
watch
as
out
well.
for... Oh,
He
that's...
definitely needs one. Oh,
And
okay,
he-
okay, let's go.
He's got one more reset opportunity to do this, but I don't know how he's going to activate. Yeah, I don't know, one button, anything. Yo!
Oh, that was gonna be good.
And
Oh my God, Hoji.
the B skill 2 with the low follow-up, taking it there. We're going to a final round of this game, and you know what? Rushdown was actually making some bold plays to try and get back in that round, but still not looking good.
Yeah, that was gonna be like a super satisfying comeback if it would have happened.
All right, nice counter hit confirm, or conversion, I should say. There's a sweet whiff punish there from Rushdown. Just walking away. Or 2 jabs. Wasn't ready this time. Instantly punished it once
Honestly,
this set.
it's really... You really need to be alert.
It's like you have to press the button as he's doing the target combo.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to do it because I've never, like until today, I've never seen someone like punish the second part of that button. All right, gonna have to
That's actually a really good tip on that.
All right, there's the rock, and he shoots it directly at him, not above. Come on, and the stun.
My God.
Yeah, that's
Oops,
it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's gonna be 9-5. Woo!
Hoji really explodes when Ivy Trigger gets activated, and he's really good at capitalizing. And you can see the fear of the opponent trying to contain, but there's just so much to look for. There's a rock, there's an EX bingo, there's a dash.
All this talk about stunning the blade.
Listen, man, we keep talking about
stunning
it,
the pipe.
and players love these 2 words now. It's the mental stack. It gets to you. What are you focusing on? And again, mental stack against a guy that's minimum outcome from those situations is 300 stun. I'd be shook too. I'd be very shook.
Sure.
It's like, yeah, just guess right, guess better, as the people say. All right.
Ooh, nice spacing. That looked so good. Great conversion from Hoji. The steady medium punch. They were really just trading buttons. Another EX tackle. This one works out, but the activation from the EX bingo, they're just throwing them out right now.
I mean, listen, these are some of the most, I'm gonna hate to say it, but these are some of the most obnoxious EX moves in the game. These guys have got. Chariot tackle and dog.
You're kind of right, though.
All right,
Oh, nice defensive decision. I like it.
Good choice. Puts it out in front. Good
And
choice. I like the
great
blocks.
block from
I
Hoji.
I like the wall blocks.
Oh, look at the headbutt, though. That was
He finally finds that throw after all that scrambling in the corner. What a great turnaround from Rushdown.
Let's see if he can like get a game on the board and slowly amount this equalizing, make that comeback. Because again, he's had like successful hits. It's just the conversions haven't been quite damaging enough in certain situations, or he just has been unlucky. And there you go. There you go.
Another one.
Come on. Can you dash up throw? No, he went for the meaty core punch again.
Yeah, he's really respectful, but he just walked up through after that whip. Maybe saw the whip too late. There's that activation though from Hoji. Respecting the super maybe?
Chariot tackle.
Nice. That was such a clean catch.
Walks away. He's probably looking for another chariot tackle. And that button is so good. Reset. Right, this is guess for game. What's it going to be? Blocks. This is correctly. Oh, that's the round. Well, don't worry. He splows the meat. He baited the meat. It's fine. Can he do it?
I feel Hoji's been really good at like
He doesn't have anything
what
anymore.
action he's not looking for or not going to be ready for, and it's been hard to check Hoji for Rushdown since Hoji started taking games.
Well, we have to see, man, because he's at a meter disadvantage, and that only means that Rushdown can be like utilize the X tackle or the knee drop.
Nice EX knee drop.
He's got trigger now. Is it going to be a tight combo? Is it going to be sweet? It's heavy.
Uh-oh.
He's trying to do the
Beginning
Momochi.
of the
He's
end,
trying to do the Momochi. He's trying to do the late medium kick. Oh no.
Crouch fierce once again.
He V-shifted for the first time when Hoji was on match point. My
He
guy
put the fear in
V-shifted.
his heart.
Yo. One hit will do it. Any conversion to tackle super. I cannot believe he V-shifted though. When he was on his last legs, he V-shifted. Is that how you get a Urian play to do V-shift?
The last game and potentially the last round.
He doesn't want to get hit. If he gets hit, that's it. That's it. Oh no.
Nice catch. Super. And he goes. The standing medium punch is not over. Maybe. He finds the hit. Rushdown's coming back.
Do you know what? I really want to ask him. I might have to ask him about that because that was it. That guess for game when it was the command grab or the delayed combo into 300 stun or 350 plus stun from that combo from the medium. My guy V-shifting is like, yo, is that what it takes? Is that what it takes to get you guys to fold? Because again, it's hard to deter them. It's hard to get them to exhaust those resources on a V-reversal or a V-shift. And he was explaining that to us before. All right, let's see how this goes now. It's 9-6 at the moment. But Rushdown finds him trapped in the corner, and if he guesses wrong, it's going to be stunned.
This corner control right now from Hoji.
I'll tell you what's interesting as well, right? When Rushdown's near stun, he's just about to get V-trigger, but it's like if you make the wrong decision, you won't get your V-trigger because of the post-stun combo.
Oh, Rushdown is really shaping. It's like he's just found something he needed, and
Oh wow.
no, that activation.
The other one.
Yeah, the other one might not combo right.
Yeah, I think
this
you've been
point.
too far.
So he just committed to the close mirror probably.
Oh, okay.
Rushdown, really dominant, or not dominant, but really strong rounds
Strong
coming back
answer,
from this, from this match point from Hoji. Maybe he's finally woken up right now. It was really great at the start. Hoji been running the shop for a long time, but focusing in on getting that 7 to 9.
The thing is, I don't think he's had like a terrible round though. It's just that Hoji's been able to keep himself in the fight, get the comeback, or like just, you know, play more solid than him in that specific round.
Yeah. Oh, nice trade.
Metallic Sophia, plus on block.
Definitely plus on block. We even had someone talk about that in one of our episodes, if you remember. Oh, nice punish from Hoji. Throws it back to the corner.
Interesting choice. I think he's not dead though.
He didn't go for the side push.
No.
It's not, and he misses the follow-up. And here's an activation. What is it gonna be? I love it. He stayed solid. Hoji, so he must jump for sure now after all these command throws I've done.
Double dash throw.
Sure.
Oh, but he's so close to
Can
getting
he get a
hit,
low?
though,
Yeah,
Hoji.
I'd look for a low here.
I would
big fierces. No, nice with punish from Rushdown, or just walking up and pressing it and working out. 7-9. It's getting close. It's getting close, guys.
Now, look, here's the thing, right? Because once upon a time, that stand hard punch might have been super difficult to whiff punish, but it's easier now. These things, listen, there's a lot more normals in the game that got lingering hurt boxes. Whether they're mediums or heavies, you can catch things, you can try and whiff punish. I don't care if it's simple, I don't care if it's like a 300 or 400 damage with punish and combo. You can do it.
Sure.
If I do this way, it's working.
Yeah.
Didn't quite get the
Definitely
punish
thinking
right on the
something
B
there.
skill too from Hoji.
Nice. Here we go to late tech again, just to set the pace. We're already in the corner. Just wait out. Good trade. We're going to see more of those in Street Fighter 6. For what the guys have been talking about over the weekend with the Street Fighter 6 gameplay at the Japan Expo in Paris. Shout out to the guys that are playing over there. You're going to see a lot more trades in Street Fighter 6. No priority
You
system.
lucky guys.
Dash
He
and
takes
command.
that one step. Oh no. Here's when it starts.
Uh-oh.
Keeps him trapped, and he finds another counter. Roshan just wants to get out, and he's definitely dead with that conversion. Hoji again on match point, set point. Is Roshan gonna come back? What do you think, guys?
He could, but the thing is, the way that Hoji's forced him to spend meter and then just blocking the tackle is fine. Is there anything that's been super successful? It's been the violent knee drop, and even then there's been trades. Oh, what? There you go.
There you go, once again.
All right. Slowly encroaching on that space, trying to get the trades, as much straight hits as he can while pushing him to the corner here, Rushdown. There you go.
I like this aggressiveness.
Let me see how this one goes. Jump back.
Nice. He didn't get the punish,
and the one time he actually got the right read,
Yeah.
he has been too trained not to neutral jump.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to lose this round. That would have been big, so he had to jump back. Hoji's command throw there was kind of a safe shot.
Right, if he guesses wrong, this will be it. That might be it. Not quite.
one more.
And he hasn't got a headbutt, so he has to hold it.
There it is,
double
man.
jab, taking it there for Hoji. The man in the shades, the way of the sword, the way of the mayor. He's studying, and he has shown you that he can win and put on a class performance while doing that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see GG's in the chat for Hoji, showing you that B-Trigger 2 is still a thing. Don't fall for this mumbo-jumbo sword meta nonsense. It's all about the pipe and the shades, apparently. But yes, I enjoyed that set. I wanted a little bit more games because Rushdown was a man that come back. But you know what? We'll talk to the guys after the break. Give us 5 minutes. When we come back, we're going to have some more chats and more interesting discussions with the guys about what transpired in that set, as well as further questions. We've seen about 5 minutes. All right, everybody, and welcome back to tonight's episode of Sets featuring Hoji and Rushdown. If you are just joining us, because I know people love to do it every time, they turn on Capcom Fighters at whatever time of the day and say it's over, and unfortunately, it is over. Make sure you catch the archives on the YouTube channel. Just type in Capcom Fighters, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you follow the Twitch channel here, twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters. So yes, the set has concluded. Do I have my gentlemen, Hoji and Rushdown, loud and clear? Ah, perfect. They are here. So, Hoji, you've got to congratulate you on that first. Good for the win, 10-7.
You don't have to. You can not congratulate him if you like.
Hey man, it's my time to shine.
It's optional.
Jammers, please keep going. Can you start over again?
Amazing play, Hoji. Amazing play. I was mesmerized.
Thank you. Did you like the EXs? Were they good?
I don't want to inflate. Listen, I don't want to inflate your ego too much, but what you just did, you completely contradicted yourself at the start of the show. Because you said
you made Hoji look, or you made Cody look top 5.
You made Cody look fantastic, and that's what I need from you people. I need you to say your character is still struggling in some areas, and then just win. And I'm like, great, because that completely nullifies your point.
I need to just commend Hoji for, because I've never seen anyone do EX oncom block to EX oncom block to EX oncom block.
That's right.
That was mega brain tactics.
Thank you, bro. So like people, they talk about it, right? I'm in the corner and I'm scared. I'm like, oh, I'm about to lose. But then I have 3 bars. And I've never seen it done before. I'm like, let me push him to the corner. And then he guesses. My turn is done guessing. And if I hit him, that's great too. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was a breath of fresh air. And let me just say, dude, you said you didn't want to inflate my ego. Too late, dude. I have 3 days off, bro. I'm gonna lay in bed with all the compliments I just got, bro.
Genius.
You know what?
That was
I love
genius
it.
and disgusting.
So just speaking on the Exoc situation that you mentioned, one thing we noticed, I don't know if that was going through your mind at the time because you're talking about just taking it to the corner. We were thinking you're playing off the fact that Urian players don't let go of the V meter for V reversal or V shift, and you're just like, well, I could just push to the corner, and then you got to guess. Like, even if you guess wrong, I'm going to stun you, or you're going to be in a bad spot anyway. Right. So, are we right in assuming that, or is there a
more
or
less? Yeah, that's basically the same. It's just, and that's not just Urian. That's like so many matchups. If they have V trigger, I'm doing anything to get rid of that V trigger activate. Like there was one round I was about to get.
It's a win-win. Right?
Yeah, it's a win-win. It's a win-win. And like you basically the positioning is like number 1. And if they have a full V trigger, for sure you want to like have to spend it. So yeah, it's. Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned win-win Rushdown, but like you didn't V reverse the whole game, I think. And we were talking about V shift, and I think you V shifted once, and that was right when you were
I
about
did it
to
twice, and one time I died for it.
Actually, Jammerz.
That's true.
I said I've had enough of this nonsense.
No, you know what? Okay, if you done it twice, my mistake, because a lot of stuff happens.
I think it was twice.
But the thing is, the one time I did remember, you were about to lose if you guessed wrong. So the fact that you done it then, I was just like, yeah, he's definitely had enough of this. And you were slowly amounting that comeback. Now, I've got to ask you, let me get this from Hoji's perspective first. Cody versus Urian. What do you think the matchup is from your perspective?
So, pre-nerf, I think Urian edged it out for sure. Like, just, a good amount. If you know everything about the matchup, right? Urian definitely still edged it out, but you could beat most Urians, right? Now, I think Cody wins. I think, like, he wins a little bit at least. It's favored. I don't know. Rush will probably have to answer for you if it's 6-4. I think it's pretty easy, though. Like, I think the fact that Rush was, like, in the lead and everything in the beginning, I was, like, disrespected. I was like, there's no freaking way. This character doesn't have a reversal. I can go through fireballs. I shouldn't lose. I'm trash. Everybody's going to make fun of me. You know what I mean?
Me especially.
I was getting outplayed. Like, but the thing is that, like, when he doesn't have a reversal and he has that V meter that he has to guess with, he can't like choose to give it up. He has to keep it, So that's how I see the matchup. Basically.
Okay, Rushdown. From your perspective, the Urian perspective, how do you feel it is? Do you think it's in Cody's favor, or do you think?
Yeah, I think it's if it's not a 6-4, it's close.
Okay.
I think he shuts down the fireballs really good. The buttons just lead to I don't think Urian beats Cody in neutral. I think the stand medium punch going into the EX Ruffian confirm is huge in that matchup. It's just so much damage, so much corner carry. As you saw, Cody usually gets V-trigger first in the matchup, which I think is pretty huge. And then a lot of the time you just don't really get a chance to play if you don't make a right choice.
Yeah.
So
That's definitely okay. Do you know what? There's the other time you did the V shift and you died for it. Okay, they're literally the stream team just put the replay on the screen. Okay, I remember that one. So, do you know what it is? Because you mentioned that Urian doesn't really beat Cody in the neutral. Because we saw a lot of the times the conversions you're getting, and they're not easy to do if you're not comfortable with charge characters. You weren't getting the same reward he was doing for just like a medium punch into the ruffian.
I think the buttons and stuff are comparable. It's just I think the EX ruffian or like the light kick ruffian, they just lead to more.
Right.
Or like, especially if it's EX level 2 Zonk.
Yeah.
Good night.
That's kind of
But I mean, yeah, it's not like Urian can't compete. It's just the reward is different, in my opinion.
Can I ask something regarding this as well? And first, I just want you to know, Rushdown, we really commended some of the things you did that we hadn't seen done by Urians, at least in a very long time, because we couldn't remember it like that. I mean, some others do, but that was really... there's so a lot of great situational awareness and was a joy to watch. But I was just wondering, I mean, you guys don't play... I don't know how much you play each other now, but before the patch, did you feel like you had a bigger advantage going into this set? Or was it roughly the same as it was played out today?
What do you mean? Do I think that? Do you guys think I?
So
like, do I think he's gotten better? Or?
So when you guys were playing before the patch, like was the sets more in your favor as opposed to today?
Me and Hoji always kind of trade. Like it's a meme. Me and Hoji always say it's a meme that people say they trade, but me and Hoji have kind of always gone back and forth.
True. Yeah, it's very true. Like it literally depends on the day.
Yeah. Like the only time I ever really felt like I would dominate Hoji is before like V-Skill 2. Like back in the day, I would always tell him how bad he wasn't.
Yeah, he would say he's bad. I'm like, no, he's good, dude. I swear.
I'll never forget at final round 2019. Me and Hoji played 2 sets, and I got him to admit that Cody was bad. And he's like, "Yeah, Urian. All he has to do is press stand medium punch."
I was so
he was so sad. He was so sad for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, it was pretty broken. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy. Now I gotta ask you, Hoji. Everyone, or should I say most Cody players now, they've gone to his trusty partner, Holy Sword Excalibur, but you're sticking with the pipe, and you like throwing it at people. Talk to me. Why have you not followed the pack in the meta?
Okay.
Why have you stuck with the pipe?
The thing is, I like knife. Like, people talk like... I know you're not saying this, but I know people act like I don't like knife. It just depends on the matchup. Like, here's the thing. Urian, no reversal. He has no reversal. Right? It's like when he has charge, he's dangerous in neutral. Sure, I get more neutral, risk rewards in my favor, whatever. But I have a command grab, so he has to take the gas, or he has to give up his V meter, etc. All these different things. He has to worry about all this stuff. If a character has a reversal, you know, it's like that's where I'm a little more afraid of the variance. Another thing is if they have a low forward or a button that's very hard to whiff punish in neutral. Like one thing people don't give credit to is, for example, like Shoto's lows, their crouch medium kicks. What do you get to whiff punish it? Stand medium punch, your best normal? No, you only get a stand medium kick, a poke. Right. So I'm getting 70 damage, right, for something they can spam on me, basically. Whereas if I have knife, I get almost 300 damage with knife stand medium punch. So those are the matchups that I use knife a lot of.
Right. Okay. Fair. No, honestly, thank you very much for breaking that down, because I definitely wouldn't have seen that unless like you were playing against the Shoto right now or maybe tomorrow in another CPT. But it's great that you break that down. Rushdown, I also got to ask you as well, because there were various times where you definitely switched up your approach in trying to open up Hoji, and you weren't getting success as much as I feel you wanted to, because you had to resort to delayed headbutt. I love it when you do it most of all, as opposed to any other Urian, because I chuckle inside when you do it, because I can't help but,
That's why I do it.
I can't help but hear you chuckle when you do it, and it works. But you tried delayed medium, wasn't really getting success till near the end. You tried throw tech. Hoji was like taking most of the throws, trying to shimmy. He's being very disciplined, especially that one round where he did crouch fist, DX roughing, it was blocked. That was a bit of a mess.
I was so sure he was walking, bro. I was like, he's dead. See ya.
So talk to me. How hard is it to open up Hoji?
It's hard. He's a pretty disciplined player. Generally, he opens himself more up on like overextensions at offense than defense. I think his defense is really good. I think he's the best Cody in the world at like sway timings. He didn't really do anything right there, but he's very good at like swaying fireballs and cancels and stuff on defense. He really doesn't mash too much.
He doesn't do it in like an anticipation of anything.
Exactly. He reacts.
Okay, fair. Because don't worry, we'll talk about reacting to things very soon. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about in that sense. But Olvaha, you got any questions for the guys regarding the set?
ask away and I'll come up with something.
Okay, sure. That's fine.
That's so
That's
funny.
fine with me. Now, of course, as well, I've got to ask you, Hoji. Now, if you do watch other Cody players around the world, do you feel there's something you do more, or is there something they're not doing enough that you do, that you feel they should be abusing more, like a tool? Maybe do the EX Zonk Knuckle tactic instead of saving the meter, because if we're talking about, we'll just use the Japanese players as an example, because I'm pretty sure both of you have noticed this. The Japanese players like to save their meter for super a lot, and it's like, hold
That's
on.
very good.
We're looking at this game as, look, splurge the meter on EX moves, you'll get a good situation, you build the meter back, but these guys, they just save for that one hit confirm and go into super. Do you feel other Cody players around the world should be abusing a tactic or a move more, or you think it's just fine the way Cody's been played right now?
It's matchup dependent. So like for example, Urian pre when he had a reversal,
Yeah.
it would make more sense that I need super for the big damage for Aegis, because it's gonna get to that point. Right, it's for sure going to get to Aegis, right? Like, say if he EX headbutts me or what have you, anything like that. Whereas, like, now, it's like, I don't have to worry about the reversal. So now I constantly get guesses over and over again. I get walk-ups, etc. There's really no reason to worry about just spamming the EX on. But, like, there was one situation you saw I traded with Mirror, with Super. Those are the situations that I used to always save Super on for Urian, right? But now I don't really have to do it anymore. I just played on block. But anyway, the point is, I was going to say, some things people don't use with him, they're not that good with Sway, I feel like. I feel like you can stand Sway like almost every fireball. You can low Sway Giles fireball pretty easily. You can sway react EX fireballs pretty easily. It's 2 frames. That's one, and they don't trip guard with him. That's a huge one.
Oh. Can you give me an example of what?
I'll give you an example. So it's not exactly trip guard, but basically what it is, you punish the landing frames, right? So what you could do with Cody is, you know how I said before, you only get the damage with anti-air with V-trigger.
Yeah.
Right? So pre-V-trigger, what you could do is, and I didn't do it in the set because I stink, but anyway, the point is that you can literally catch them on the ground with jab target combo, throw them back in the corner. Or you can do Fierce, and I usually do it, but again, I don't know. I guess I didn't have enough coffee today. But you just you do it, and it's a lot of damage, and you put them back in the corner. It's meterless. That's the signs of like a strong upper tier character, right? When you can put people back in the corner meterless, right? So like that is a big one, and then other than that, crouch light kick, just in neutral.
Okay.
Crouch light kick in neutral. That, and then I don't know what else really. I suppose that. I guess those 3 things, what I mentioned. Those are 3 big things.
No, I always like to ask, because I always like the different perspectives from players from different levels, because there will be something where it's like, hold on. Because obviously, look, fighting games and a lot of things in life are all about perspective. So I'm just curious. It's like, okay, this person might say, you know what, save the meter for your super. Now you're saying about, look, the trip guard situation, using Sway properly in a more reactionary sense, and using crouching light kick. Some other Cody players I've talked about before, they've never mentioned crouching light kick in their life, unless they're doing that like crouch jab on block to stop them walking back. They do the crouch light kick, crouch jab follow up into the rough unit. So it's always good to get these situations. But then Rushdown, I got to extend the question to you, and you've probably got a more open and brazen opinion about Urian players, but what you do, and again, there's a lot of unique things, and one thing we gave credit for you, and I'll still give credit for both of you for this, is your situational awareness. Both of you are very sharp from the get-go. Sometimes it takes a little while for people to get into that groove and really be aware, but some of the situations you're ready for, Rushdown and Hoji, it's fantastic. But Rushdown, do you feel there's things that you do that other Urian players don't and should be abusing more, or something, anything?
So what if you'd asked me this previously on the patch, or before the patch, I would have said whiff punishing mediums with Aegis is something I don't see too many people do, that I often go for, and I feel like it kind of wins you matches.
Okay.
Because you just take a lot of options off the table. I haven't really played with it enough this patch to know if that's still a thing that you can do with it being slowed down. I want to say it should be, but I'd want to, practice it before I say anything like that.
No, I totally get that.
Another thing is a lot of people just don't do the walk-up headbutt on Aegis resets. A lot of the times if you do that, you can catch their jump backs over your mirrors. I didn't do it this set because Hoji only jumped back twice. I wasn't ready, and I didn't go for that option, but that's a good option for that. Honestly, I feel like Urian players as a community kind of share the most tech.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't think there's anything like groundbreaking that I'm going to do that the rest of them don't know about. I think the mirror into the EX knee drop to punish the fireballs is kind of one you don't really see a lot of people do.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm
going to be honest with you. I think that's the first time I've seen that like ever.
Yeah. I used to just do like EX headbutt or whatever, but you can't do that anymore. So now you got to do the knee drop one. But as long as you can make sure the mirror is going to hit them all 3 times, it'll work. It's kind of cool.
Okay, now
you can do meterless knee too. You can do light kick knee.
Okay, interesting. Now, just going back to a point you made before about with punishing with the mirror, I do feel, at least in terms of an intellectual level, in terms of fighting games, I feel a lot of Urian players want to keep that mirror for the initial mix-up. I feel they might see that first mirror as a waste, trying to whiff punishing it. I think with the state of Urian right now, I would want to use it in that sense. If I catch a medium, unscaled damage, and then just go straight into dash up, crouch fierce, or something like that.
Generally, I would say and you can always put someone in the corner with an Aegis combo. Like there's no situation where you can't put them in the corner for that second mirror and then mix if you want. Okay. And I've always thought that was kind of an underrated situation.
I just don't see why enough people don't see something like that. Because it's like, right, I know mix-ups are fantastic. You can jump around, do the boogaloo, and do whatever, come back down. But I'm like, look, the quicker you take your opponent to the corner, the better. But
exactly. You don't need a mix-up if they're in the corner. They just gotta.
You legit
walking forward. That's the mix-up.
You might need to put that as a pinned message in your Discord, or you might need to put it on a T-shirt. Do something to put that in people's heads, because some people still want to just jump at you in the corner and cause some sort of mix-up. But it gets crazy from there. But no, I just really had to ask about that because it was just something interesting. Veggey, you got any questions you want to ask these guys before I hit them with a topic?
Yeah. So I kind of have one that I think is kind of cool for both of them. I think with Rushdown, I can start with, because he's kind of one of those new top players, or one of the new players with great placements that's come up in the last few years of Street Fighter V. And I was wondering how he perceives the people who are good at the older games who now just complain.
Well, we'll get on to that, but please, we'll start with this answer.
It's a slightly loaded question.
It is, but
I mean, we might not have the same opinion, but I just wondered. Sorry, that was not my intent. No. How you see it. Yeah, sure.
Does Jammerz want me to answer that, or did he say we're going to talk about that later?
Please answer it now, and we'll go into.
I mean, I think that people that were good at the games back in the day obviously can still be good at the games today, right? But it does take work. If all you did was practice to get good at a game back in the day and you just want to coast nowadays, it's not going to work. There are a lot of players now that weren't around back then, obviously,
and people
that put in a lot of time.
And people get paid.
Yeah. I definitely don't respect the stance. I think that just because you were good back in the day, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
No. I know you're trying to put this in a diplomatic sense, but I understand where you're coming from, because
exactly
this is where I got to extend it, right? So for those of you who don't know, and full credit to Rob TV for putting this together, I caught the tail end of this because I woke up really early in the morning for this. Rob TV was doing a stream, it was kind of like a podcasting or discussion with Sanford Kelly, Chris Tatarian, shouts to Chris, I think Chris was in there, and Idom was there. Now, I was just listening in the background and just glancing at the chat. Hoji, you were in there as well. Now, we spoke about reacting to things before. Sanford mentioned you couldn't react to things in this game. Do you agree with that or not, Hoji? I don't think I disagree with that, but I want to hear your opinion.
So look, I hard disagree, like super hard, and it kind of reminds me of like when people said there was no neutral in 5, even after, the delay was removed, right? Like it was lifted, right? There was less delay. I kind of laughed because in this game, you react to normals.
Yes.
Right? Whereas in Street Fighter 4, if you could just look at the frame data. Special moves, apparently slow enough, you could grab them, whatever. And I was watching, like, I understand Rob is everybody's being respectful. I'm gonna be the most respectful I can say this, but basically it's like, it kind of sounds like they just want a style, because if you can react to special moves, that's great, that's good for you. But in that game, you're wish punishing the mediums, because they're all 3 frames, 2 frames faster than in 5, and you got players reacting to them. So like, you can look at Chun, you can look at Bison, you can look at like Ryu, their crouch strong recovery, 8 frames, 10 frames.
Yeah.
And in this game, 15 frames. Chun's crouch medium kick, 16 frames, as opposed to 11.
Urian crouch medium kick, 21 frames.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the hurt box on that, it lingers for quite some time now.
Exactly.
So,
And that's the thing is when I hear stuff like that, it sounds like an OS, right? And then also it's like very dismissive of players who are reacting to stuff. So like it's like I get it if you don't like the game, that's cool, that's fine. But how many seasons do we have to go on about there being no neutral and whatever? And you got players like Punk and stuff, and you know people were picking up Cody and they're whiff punishing stuff pretty easily, right? It's like you're just dismissing a lot of players, bro. It's not. To me, it's not a good look.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
Do you know what? Because you mentioned whiff punishing. Like I think in the past, I want to say the past 2 years, I think I've seen people like whiff punish now more than ever. I don't know if all of you like agree with that, but like including myself, I've gotten better with punishing. But I'm seeing it. Veggey's like the king of whiff punishing, along with Phenom in the European region, and Problem as well. But it's like when I was hearing some of the points that Sanford was trying to make, and it's like I don't know if we're playing the same game. You know,
That's how it felt.
I think probably the best word to describe it was what you just said, Hoji. Is like you're being dismissive of everyone that has been putting in the work, and like you said, it's a case of times have changed, or what Rushdown said, times have changed, and people can earn money from this and getting paid for it, and you can't dismiss an entire generation, because a lot of us, if some of this stuff that was, or some of the stuff that was from 4 remained in this game, it's like, okay, it'd be a completely different story. It would. Like people would a lot more people would probably be on board with what Sanford said, or some people do feel about the game. It's like, okay, it's difficult to do this, but they're only like, I think we talked about this before we went live. There's only about probably less than 10 moves I really feel that way about. Everything else, I go in training mode and go, can I whiff punish this? I can. Right. Just got to put a little bit of work into it. Okay, listen, we can all know there's a bunch of obnoxious EX moves in this game. You're still spending a bar. You're still spending a bar.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, there's ways to escape things.
Hold on. After that said, I think I'm on Sanford's side now. EX Knock is scrubby. That's why I lost. Hold on. No. I have changed my mind completely.
What are you talking about?
There it is, dude. There it is.
Throw raise, bro. You guessed wrong. I don't know.
No. Sanford was right the entire time. See me in Street Fighter 4. I will be playing El Fuerte.
Can I chime in, Jammerz?
Please, no, go for it.
Okay, yeah. So I think, and what they're not realizing is that you can react, but you have to be more aware of what the opponent wants to do. In Street Fighter 4, for instance, you didn't have to look for like, oh, this dash and that jump. That was more automatic, right? Dash didn't have brain. So in this game, I noticed when I started to like feel comfortable playing this game is when I realized that I didn't have to always look for the whiff punish as I would in, for instance, Street Fighter Cross Tekken with Zangief, because that was what it did, right? I had to also be more aware of other things and kind of read that, okay, this guy probably wants, it looks like he's going for a dash now, he'd like a jab, or I can see the startup of a move, and then start looking for those things as well. So you kind of have to be have more options to be ready for and decide maybe on some of them to stop them. And maybe people want to be ready for everything, but this is a game, and Street Fighter 4 is a different game, so you can't always
listen.
It's different, but I do think that the people who were good in 4 can be really good in 5 if they put in the time. And
it's been proven. It's been proven.
Proof.
Exactly. So it's more about time and them getting to accept that this game has other things to look for than just with buttons.
Right. Listen,
Which game would be very boring if you could be ready for everything at every time.
Right. And look, I'll be honest with you, right? Because a friend told me this about probably 2 or 3 years ago now. Like Street Fighter 4 was a very systematic game. If you couldn't keep up with the system and what they were doing, especially at high level, you weren't playing the game. You didn't even know what they were doing. Like you on the other end, and you didn't know what they were doing, right? And option selects, they removed guessing. The fact that they've removed a ton of option selects, there will always be option selects in fighting games, but some of the option selects that in SF4, the fact that they're gone, and you have to, like, you're boiled down to make left, right, up, down, V-shift, block choice, or whatever, is part of the fun of this game and what makes Street Fighter 5 unique in itself. But then, I just go back to exactly what Hoji said, is that you can't be dismissive of an entire crowd that have been putting in work and trying to do this, trying to do their thing in this game, because again, it's created new talent and a new way of looking at games. Like I said, there are some silly things in Street Fighter 5. There are. Yeah. It's like, I think we're all in a position where it's like, okay, there is a way to counter it. And I might not be comfortable with it right off the bounce, but it is a way to deal with it. You know what I mean? So
For sure.
Yeah, and I mean, in Street Fighter 4 as well, when we were coming up in that game, I remember people kind of like arguing from their game how they think that people were carried by Street Fighter 4. So there will always be things like that. And there will be good Street Fighter 5 players that won't like another game that they're trying out.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna circle. There's always something to be good at. And if you like that, you can become good at because you want to play it right. So
Yeah,
I think people need to distance themselves and think that, oh, I have to be great at everything. It's like, okay, maybe I'm not that good at this thing, but they are, so that's fine. I'm really impressed by these players, but that's just not for me. You can think about it that way instead of dismissing them, as Hoji and Rushdown are saying.
yeah, for sure. I mean, Rushdown, did you want to say something real quick on that? Or?
I think we're all pretty much on the same page here. I think it's just a vocal minority at this point that are disagreeing with anything we're saying here. I don't think this is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally got you. And it's like, look, again, I think I'm gonna mention this quickly because it was funny. I think the end of the conversation where he said you found your game. I think
that was so disrespectful, bro. Let me jump in real quick.
Go for it.
Okay, so my problem is this is like I get Veggie's point where it's like obviously like the neutral, there's everything is a part of the neutral, right? It's like it doesn't mean you're scrubby or whatever just because you don't whip punish and the other guy does or what have you. I think the problem is that it's condescending in how it's brought up that you're just spamming EX moves while I'm playing neutral when it's wish punishing into the knockdown into the Yoki. And then the excuse is that, we have defense in that game. And it's like defense and offense are 1-to-1 if it's comparable skill, right? So it's like, it's just, to me, that's where I think it's dismissive. And it's like, when that other stuff comes in where it's like, it's your game, I'm like, bro, that is not cool. Like, come on, dude.
Do you know what? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick, right? Let me get Hoji's opinion on this first. Would you want hard knockdown vortex or crush counters? What would you rather deal with?
If it's like a Buki, no knockdowns, bro. I'll take the crush counters. If it's like kind of cool, like a Kuma, I'm down for that. Like here's the thing, I like getting empty jumped air fireball. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, this guy is sick. But if it's a Buki and like none of my reversals be anything she does, and she just does 50% into crouch medium punch, she thinks she's sick because she's playing neutral, right? Then no, bro. I will take crush counters any day of the week. So
okay, fair.
I respect that so
Rushdown,
much.
what about you? Vortexes or crush counters?
I mean, I think everyone just saw I couldn't deal with a basic EX Zonk vortex. I'll take the crush counters. I don't. Telling me he could do that meterless? Nah, I'm good.
I think about the crush counter is that I don't see the complaint about crush counters anymore because that's a way to reward heavies.
Not as much.
Heavies have a lot more risk, so something can happen from it. Instead of a game where if you didn't have a cancel, you can't get a reward from it. But now if you're good at using your heavies, you can get a reward from that heavy if it crush counters. So I have never understood the anti-crush counter argument actually at all.
Ever since they made him more whiff punishable, I agree.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
100%.
There's really no more, like, if someone's spamming crush counters in neutral and you're losing to them, it's pretty obvious why you're losing. Right? It's not.
Well, a crush counter.
Rashid.
Well. Do you know what? Actually, no, I can't really say much on that because I haven't landed enough crush counters with Rashid to say, Rashid's not that bad, but we've seen worse. But right, go for it, please.
Yeah, actually, this is targeted for Hoji. I was curious. I think you've done some coaching through Metafy. How long have you done that, and has it helped your own play? Have you found like new things about your own gameplay while coaching other people?
I think it's been about a year or so. Honestly, I've been like kind of coaching people and teaching them like on the side for a while. I think, some players you guys know I might have taught them like the fireball game among other things, but I don't want to take credit. But anyway, it definitely helps my awareness because here's the thing is when you play a tournament and you teach someone, you get to walk with them and wait for them to stop or what have you.
Yeah.
If you're teaching someone that and then you're just getting dunked on with buttons in the face, it doesn't look good. So you have to be more responsible and more clean when you show up, right?
You're worried your students are gonna judge you.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna judge you. You don't want to look like garbage, so you have to. When you're like, oh yeah, you anti-air this, it's very easy, and then you get dunked on, and they jump on you, and you lose. It doesn't look good. So you have to like show up and be like pretty clean, right? So I think it keeps me on my game. Basically.
Okay, fair. Do you know what? Let me ask you this: in your personal opinion, do you think there should be more coaching? Because like the whole MetaFi thing has come out of it. I know a couple of players in our neck of the woods that are using it, and I think they do it like off stream. It's like 2 hours, 3 hours of a coaching session. But do both people get something out of it? Is what I'm trying to ask.
I think definitely. Personally, I think so, and the reason why is because, like, people look at it like the person is just paying to talk to you.
Yeah.
You both put money on the line because
sounds
both
like a
of your
Street
time.
Fighter therapy session, if you ask me.
Yeah, exactly. So you both put money on the line, and that's to show that okay, we're both important about this. You're paying me, and I know you're spending your money, so this is important time for me. I'm gonna tell you what you're looking for. Maybe I don't know everything, but I can show you some new things.
Right.
And the same thing for them. They show up. They put money up and they're like, hey, look, dude, I need one-on-one time. Jump in on your stream when you're listening to Gas, and playing Dulcim or something, and you're telling me advice. It doesn't help the same way as when you sit down with me. So, and then another thing is, I don't feel like in the FGC, people are very vocal because they feel like because everything is 1v1, they can't give up everything. Things are very close to their chest, So I think it's very important. Personally, I think so.
You know what? No, that's a very good angle, interesting angle looking at it. I didn't consider that because I just give like passing advice. I'm like, look, what good is knowledge if you can't share it? And last time I checked, most of the stuff you can find now is on the internet, YouTube format, or you can just ask the person. Yes, there will be some people out there that don't want to tell you, but eventually you'll know down the line. So sometimes I feel it's a bit weird. I don't know if you get this, Hoji, but sometimes I feel a bit weird if someone's paying me to be good at a game that I didn't have to pay to get good at. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, definitely. So, like, I think that's the point of, like, this is still kind of new.
Right.
In the sense that, like, sure, an FPS is probably different, and, like, other games is probably different, but in this game, it's like FGC is emerging more and more. People are learning, like, for example, in Japan, obviously, like, it's pretty open that they share with each other, a lot of them, at least their circles, right? And, they have strengths that we don't have, and we have strengths they don't have, what have you, for different reasons. And I think that's kind of a contributing factor to it, right? So.
Okay, no, interesting. I like that. Was a very interesting conversation. All right, I've got about probably two, three more questions before we have to let you gentlemen go. Right, so first of all, Evo is probably 3 weeks away. Rushdown, are you going at all, or are you sitting this one out?
I am not, unfortunately.
Okay, fair. Hoji, are you sitting this one out, or are you going?
I'm not going to Evo. I'm going to EC2, though.
Okay, fair. Rushdown, have you got any travel plans this year, or are you just taking it easy?
No, I recently had COVID. Kind of been mostly recovering from that. It's been, as you know, good timing. Yeah, I mean, I don't travel much to begin with anyway. If it's not in Florida, I was gonna go to CEO, but I didn't feel great.
All right, no, fair play. Sometimes some people just don't want to travel; they want to just stay around in their hometown or just stay online or whatever. So, no, I respect it. Right now, obviously, the other thing I want to ask you guys is about Street Fighter 6. Hopefully, you guys have seen something regarding the mechanics or some footage on it. Rushdown, I want to get your opinion on it first. I know it'll be pretty vague, but have you got high hopes, high expectations for SF6? Or
yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I haven't seen much about the game. Obviously, I've only seen a couple. Like I've seen Jamie do like his critical. Is it called a critical art? So I don't know.
Well, yeah, they do have critical arts in the game.
Fatality that he does.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I think that I was a little worried, like RE Engine, like realism wouldn't look good, but I like all the graffiti stuff. I like it all looks kind of cool. Parries, I'm glad they're back at least, I guess. I mean, they look cool.
Until you get
I don't know how I feel about no corner cross-ups, but I think I saw that. That came out today, right? That was
I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. This was probably like 7 years ago now. I'm pretty sure in one of the betas in SF5 you couldn't cross up before the final version. So I don't know if they're going to change that. I'm not going to hold my breath because it might be a thing where they might just completely remove it, because if you get if they do the drive impact towards the wall, you cause that wall bounce to get a combo. That's probably why there's no cross-ups in the corner or something.
I see.
Right? So that's one of the hypotheses I have anyway regarding that. But I mean, is there any character that interests you, Rushdown, right now at the moment, or are we just
Yeah, Jamie. He looks very cheap. I like cheap characters. He has a dive kick. He has a command grab.
The proof's in the pudding, mate. I see what characters you play.
If there's no cross up in the corner, now when I jump at you, you're gonna have to guess between dive kick or me landing in front with a button. That's just. Good luck.
I like it. Hoji, what about you? Are you looking forward to SF6, or you a bit worried
so
about something?
here's the thing, dude. It's just like, what with this emerging talk about EX moves and having no skill that people think I don't have, I can't wait to play Ryu and smoke all of them. And then their excuses will be, bring back Street Fighter 5. That's all I gotta say, dude.
You're gonna start the round with EX meter though now. Isn't that how it works? So you're gonna round start EX Donkey.
Well, then I'm gonna say, react. I don't know, bro.
Do you know what?
It's just react.
I might need to clip this, and I'm gonna save this for day one, week one Street Fighter. If I do not see
me and Hoji have already agreed, by the way. $100 first to 10 money match day Street Fighter 6 drops. We're not allowed to practice first.
Oh, okay. You know what? That looks interesting. But I also, what I have to do, unless I have to make a side bet, I have to see at least in one of those rounds, you have to do a round start EX donkey kick. You have to. I don't care.
Are you kidding? Of course. I was going to do that regardless if you told me.
I don't care if it whiffs or he does a micro walk and gets hit by a block. You've got to do it. I don't care what happens. I want everyone in that chat to go, this dude's just weird at fighting games. He doesn't know what he's doing, mate.
He's built different.
I mean, have you seen me play Ryu? It's the same.
Hoji had something like kick Tatsu into DP versus Callisto.
It was sick. He was shook.
Oh, man. All right.
Speaking of characters.
Go for it.
I always want to ask this. Is there one particular character you don't want to be in Street Fighter 6? And we can start with Hoji.
Viper.
What?
Ooh,
You don't want Viper in 6? Are you thinking based off of what she could do in 4?
That's right, and I don't want any nostalgia. Don't bring me any nostalgia. Keep her in the story mode like in 5, bro, please.
So you don't want any nostalgia. So you don't want Cody coming back?
No. What I mean is I don't want the nostalgia of blocking all those setups.
Oh, okay.
Like, God forbid I see an EX at the beginning of the match and she, I don't know, hits me low in the back or something. You know what I mean? I will lose my freaking... I will not... I don't know what I'll...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
So
Paris might help against the Sivaper Sulset though.
If the parry lets you look the other way.
Dawson then, for sure.
Oh, wow, okay. He doesn't want Dawson, he doesn't want Viper. Okay, fair.
I just want fundamentals.
Hipster picks, dude. Just you pick Blanca and I'll pick Honda, and we'll cover both bases. That's all we want.
Wow.
Okay, how about you, Rushdown?
I just told Blanca or Honda, whichever one's in the game, delete them.
Right, now, do you know what? Speaking, I don't like this character just as much as the next person. I think Blanca players brush their teeth with mayonnaise, but I don't really speak about that all the time. No. Now, we had Glitter on not too long ago, Rushdown. She said Honda players are carried. Do you agree with that? I gotta ask.
I mean,
damn.
No, because you have to press 5 buttons or 4. I guess you have to press 4. That's kind of hard, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a lot of counting for them. So
wow,
takes skill.
I also have a question. Don't you have to win to be carried? The general, that's the thing is when you guys, people like to talk about Luke, bro, and I know there's 1 or 2 Lukes winning. But I'm just saying, if you start playing Luke and you're getting 5th or 8th place, bro, I'm just saying, bro, are you,
Yeah. See, but they would have got 9th with Urian, a hard mid-tier character.
I mean, listen, right. we don't talk about anyone's results that pick Luke now before his release. We don't mention those anymore. We only talk about the Luke results. That's it. But right, one more question before we let you guys go. Now, Rushdown, you were actually alluding to this in the break. This was my surprise question. I like to leave it to the end, but I like that you're jumping the gun. That was great. Now, obviously, there is going to be DLC commentators or in-game commentators in Street Fighter 6. We already have Vicious and Puppy Tiwa are going to be in there. I like asking people because I like getting the different opinions. And it's just an interesting conversation and talking point. So if you could pick 2 DLC commentators to be in Street Fighter 6, who would they be? Rushdown, you first.
Whoever the Asian guy that yells EX Parabellum on fire is.
Cyclops.
I don't know who that is, but
That's
yes,
the guy. That's the guy. That's his name.
Yeah, I just want him to yell EX whatever my move's name is every time I do it.
That's good.
And then after that, I mean, to be fair, Sajam's probably my favorite commentator from Street Fighter V, but I feel like that's not a meme enough pick. Give me GLaDOS and Wheatley from Portal.
Wow. Do you know what? No one's ever mentioned another game. You could get.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, no, I respect that. You could get voice actors from another game and just have them scream out a bunch of lines for esports.
If you're writing the lines for him, whatever.
Okay, fair play. That was this is why I asked, because people always give me different answers every time. Hoji, what about you? 2 commentators you'd want to see in Street Fighter 6 as DLC?
Yeah, I mean, Yipes and Lee Chung, right? That's who I want.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be a pair pack. So you
dude, I'll pay for both of them separate. I don't care. Dude. They're in my game. They're getting my game, bro, whether or not they like it.
I mean, I don't know if they would. I don't know if Capcom would even consider doing like pairings in an actual match, because they've only got the one guy changing. Because I know it's going to be a big deal anyway that you're having like people from the community be announcers anyway. But I mean, as a pairing, yeah, Yipes, Lee Chung, go in there. Even Sajam, Tasty Steve at one point, F Word, Logan. Doing a thing.
Right.
Listen, it could be a bit of a mad one, but yeah, those are some interesting answers. I like that, because Hoji, you're the first one to say Lee Chung, and obviously Rushdown, you're the first person to say someone from a different game voice actor in Street Fighter. So I like it, but yeah,
that would be great.
Do you know what? I'm gonna note it down, because that idea, it never crossed my mind before, but now it has. That might spark another discussion on social media. But yes, gentlemen, I believe that is just about it. Richard, if you can put their fight card on so that people can know where to follow them. They do have their Twitters. Hoji, are you still streaming at all, or?
I was gonna stream today, actually, which is really funny. You mentioned that.
We playing?
Yeah.
Okay, fair play.
Yeah.
Well, look, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Hoji's Twitch is on there, Hoji_FGC, so give him a follow, especially if you enjoyed his gameplay today, or just at gameplay in general, and you like watching his streams. I used to watch you play the other game. What was it called? Project something?
Project Winter, yeah. Let's go, dude. I was so ready to answer. I love that game, bro.
That looked fun. I saw Sakanoko play that one time as well. That looked interesting.
Yeah, he killed John Takeuchi, I remember.
Oh, he killed him.
Poor guy. Poor kid, bro.
But yeah, Hoji, have you got any parting words before we let you go?
Yeah, you know, stay in school. Don't do EX moves. You get people mad. Love you all. Love the Cody players. You know, people on my stream. Love you all. Bye.
Wow. Okay. That was crazy. Wait a second. Don't leave just yet. Rushdown. Have you got any final words before we let you go?
I don't even play this game, and it's not as cheap.
Well, that's it. No follow me at Rushdown, whatnot, or nothing?
No, definitely don't follow me. My content's terrible.
You're not actively streaming at the moment, are you?
No, I stream like once a month, and I play 11 in ranked. I get tight when I get Dan.
Thank you for enlightening us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is their fight card there with their Twitter accounts. Make sure you give them a follow, and make sure you check out the archives for today's First to 10 on there. But yes, gentlemen, we're just about out of time for you guys in the interview phases. So when you are ready, you can leave the Discord call and enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll drop you a message later thanking you once again for joining us on the show.
Thank you.
All right, take care, gents.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye. It was fun, thanks.
Bro, Hoji, we playing some Rocket League later?
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
All right. So
Shaking my head.
Well, you know what? That was again. Thank you, Veggey, for bringing those guys on. Quite the characters indeed. It was a good set as well. Especially what a turnaround from last week as well, because obviously it was a very one-sided set we had last week with Z-Tech and Freya. But yeah, I mean, interesting conversation. I think we could talk to those guys for another 4 to 5 hours.
Easy. It was, I mean, I promised on Twitter that they would deliver. And I told them in DMs, if you don't deliver, we're not friends anymore. No, I didn't. But I told you they will deliver, and I trusted them. And they did me proud, I feel. Pre-show, match, and after-show was just a great dining session. I don't know. It was just good.
You mean
it was like we were sitting in
we
were sitting on the same table, kind of, you know, just banging.
Yeah. Just big
I got that vibe too.
No, do you know what? I think like at this point in the game, when you allow not just the players, but obviously yourselves to express your opinions, it's like, look, I agree with this person, I don't agree with that person, and just have that, or try to have a healthy debate or a healthy conversation about certain things. Listen, sometimes it's too hard to try these days to even do anything, but you know, it can go like further places, and it's like everyone has an opinion. And some opinions are valued more than others. That's just a given in life in general. But again, having those guys kind of like divulge their tactics about their characters and saying what's good and bad, because again, I think I was more leaning towards Rushdown, the Urian side, because Urians are just like, I can't headbutt, and one or two things he mentioned I don't see. Like Veggey, you probably don't see it either. Like most of the European like Urians don't do the whole whiff punish mediums with the mirror.
No, but I would like to shout out that Lowy did that to me in the second Intel qualifier when I last year, and I remember it still.
Shout out to Lowy once again,
because that was really good, and I remember thinking, that's why it was just chilling. I was really stressed because he had trigger, and I was thinking that I'm about to die. I need to try to keep active and counter it him maybe, and he was looking for that.
And he did, because I know Lohi's the one who anti-airs with headbutt. So does Fassa as well. Shouts to Fassa and Lohi. They both do it as well, but I've never seen them do someone jump over their head and then they just auto-correct or just cross up. Yeah, I don't see that. Cool. So it was good to see some things that I don't normally see with Urian. Maybe I don't watch enough Urian. I probably just get hit by tackle too much and just forget everything. But
Same.
No, honestly, it was a great show, and make sure you catch the archives of this. But we got to run some of these last ads. Richard, have you got the Evo one? Like we said, Evo is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. I believe signups are closed, but if you want to get information regarding what's happening, if you are going to Evo, and regarding what's happening with the Capcom Pro Tour for Evolution, then please head on over to CapcomProTour.com. It should be the next one on the circuit. Make sure you keep an eye out for that. Also, Versus Fighting is next month as well. You can fight, you can adapt and overcome. I still think there's time to sign up. There's no more early entry sign-ups, but I still think you can regularly sign up. However, it literally is a month from now. There's going to be a plethora of fighting games there, and Street Fighter 5 is included. So if you haven't seen anyone in the UK FGC for a while, if you're thinking of coming down and finding out there's actually another place in England outside of London and Manchester, then come on down to Birmingham in the UK. And there's an airport in Birmingham too. I am right in saying that, Richard, right? There's there's an airport in Birmingham? There is. Yeah, there is. I don't use the airport, so I actually don't. But come on down, have some fun, and enjoy the GGs at Versus Fighting as well. Oh, what's this? Hello, what's this? Ultimate Open Series. Oh, Warrior. Oh, this must be the French announcement. Yes, it's UFA. Okay, I'm the UFA. Oh, so UFA related. Okay, so obviously when the World Warrior program got announced, the French World Warriors was to be determined, but it looks like they've determined the dates. They're locked in, and it looks like their first one is going to be Saturday, July the 30th, and it's going to be at 1 p.m. BST. So that must be 2 p.m. Central Eastern Time or French time. I can't remember what it was exactly. My time zones are terrible. But yeah, if you want to see some World Warrior action from the French scene, and they've got a lot of strong players, but only one player can join Mr. Crimson the Cup, then mark this date down on your calendars, Saturday, July the 13th. Shout outs to Abu and the rest of his team for putting this together, because he is the CEO or the owner of UFA there as well. So I believe that will be it from us. There's still plenty of Street Fighter action, and there was plenty of Street Fighter 6 footage for you guys to soak up all over the weekend. So hey, if you got some more Street Fighter stuff that you want to let people just see, post on Twitter, soak up all that information regarding Street Fighter 6. Keep competing in Street Fighter 5, because we still got, what, I'd probably say another, 7-8 months. If I'm hoping when Street Fighter 6 comes out, you've probably got another 7-8 months before it comes out. I'm coping. Copium? Is that what the kids call it? Is that what?
That's what the kids.
Is that what the kids call it?
Oh, the kids call it.
Me and Veggey, the kids.
The kids. I mean, I learned it from Olvaha, so
I didn't know what that
was. We shared the same brain cell. We just borrowed from each other.
I didn't know what that word was.
You want it now, by the way?
No.
Yeah, I could use that later.
Oh, well.
Okay, thanks. I'll let you lend it.
I didn't even know what the word was until you two mentioned it to me. So I'm like, is that what the people are saying these days?
We are the kids.
Is this what ESL gets you by? You just talk Twitch sign languages and said copium and all that nonsense or whatever it is.
Paper hands.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Make sure you join us next week for another episode of Sets. And fingers crossed, we've got a juicy one. I can't spoil it for you yet, but we're trying to get things finalized and locked in. But if we're on next Monday, stick around because it's going to be a good one. But yes, make sure you follow us on Twitter. Make sure you follow Capcom Fighters, and we will see you on another episode of Sets. Until then, EX Bingo, you're way to sleep. I don't know. Take care.
3
Good
times
night.
in a row.
Veggey 18.
Yeah, every day I do this, never feel loose. And when I get up in the game, yeah, I'm here improved. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy. All dunks aside, I'm super fly like I'm hanging off the rim, boy. I've been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Let's go.
I put that time in. My pride is out the roof, I get that grind in. So I'ma tell the truth, I get my grind on. You know the pressure make all of these diamonds. I tell them get back, step back, fast track, big lap, big facts. I'm past that, yeah. I'm trying to get ahead, get out the way. Now move forward, stand back, now break away. I'm about to bring it on. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. Oh, I'ma go all of the round. See the sights, yeah. Let's go. Hop out and I'm scheming, ride round and I'm dreaming. Once I get the feeling, nobody can stop me. Hit it, I'm on gold, fending all you foes. Once